Dibs on
No.
being the last one.
Dibs on being last. Welcome back. So, to begin our adventure, all of you actually have no vision currently right now. You're all blind, and that is the stream. You you have sense of awareness, of course. You are aware that you are in a small chamber of stone, moistened and cold, slight drips of water. The only thing you really hear, with the exception of a very loud rumbling of what appears to be thousands, tens of thousands of people. Just this muffled, cacophonous screaming and tribal heartbeat drumming that you just hear. Just the eruption of energy beyond stoned wall in front of you. You hear a loud, echoing murmur of the outside as a very eclectic and flamboyant voice begins to speak. And for the people at home watching, there's a large pit arena with sand, dirt, some weeds poking through, splatters of blood here and there. And in the center is a bronze golden cog with a dim blue light swirling as countless rafters beyond the eye can see, filled with all types of different people that are insatiable with their roars applause as a flash of green and pink light whisks in the center above the bronze cog, and we see a slendered figure adorned in silver white shining robes as you see the arm go overhead and a blue ball, like an orb of energy, come down in front of this person's face. Pushing aside jet black hair, revealing jade green eyes and very pompous looking facial features. The voice booms. Welcome, lords, ladies, and all manner of folk to the great appeasement of the gods. Once every 1,000 years, a tournament is held to bring honor, glory, fame, or infamy, and dare I say riches, to a group of chosen warriors selected and elected throughout the lands. Now, this isn't just to prove to the gods that the lesser folk are worthy of existence. It is, after all, for your and my amusement. And the crowd roars and hear banging and clattering and screaming. These ferocious, fearsome, cunning, conniving individuals will surely bring glory to our world and perhaps a bit of coin to their homelands. Each of these impressive creatures have their own reasons for joining, as we will soon find out. And perhaps one, if not all, will become amongst the very, 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 very few to etch their names into history. Let us take a moment to ponder the previous victor, Ugmund Barnaby, a simple-minded brute whose infamy is well known across the world, for when the going got tough, Ugmund tossed his poor unsuspecting ally into the infinite abyss of the undying flame, just to make a claim to a treasure that would easily have rewarded both of them handsomely. And he pulls out a very long, like silver-looking pipe and sprinkles some green powder into it and lights it aflame, takes a long draw, and then blows this turquoise flame as like this image of just this low-browed, balding, just gigantic man just shoving this person into a into like this infinite elevator shaft, Darth Maul style, as this this bright blue flame just shoots up, and then it cuts back to the gentleman. And let us also take a moment of silence, of reflection, for Juniper, the lovable foxfolk whose cunning and agility was no match for the thick-skulled muscle man. And he like bows his head for a second. You kind of hear a slight murmur of the crowd, but then, and anyways, without further ado, let's meet our contestants. And the crowd erupts and there's banging, and there's lots of loud noises. And our first contestant, as he motions his arm over to the first stone slab in this huge coliseum, starts to, and the dust and this big wind of air blows through, and this foul stench of blood and dirt and sand kicks in. And Jess, if you would like to describe how you look, how you walk out, and if you want to address the crowd as the light pours in, blinding at first, but slowly your eyes acclimate as a small blue orb kind of follows you next to your head.
I'm so nervous. I didn't know it was going first.
I should have told people who's going to be first.
Yeah, you gotta fuck him up.
Okay. So as I kind of come off of this pedestal, the earth kind of shakes a little bit between my steps, and this 6'2", hulking, 310-pound dragonborn with black scales, and like gray horns and long tendrils with hot pink tips, and a giant glaive on her back, steps forward, and I look at this little floating orb, and I say, "The name's Fora. I'm here to smash."
As that rings throughout this coliseum, and you just hear the people that are closer to you just like, "Fuck yeah!" And you just hear the entire crowd just erupt as you hear your voice echo forever, seemingly. And now for our second contestant, as he whips his arm over to the stone slab doors to try to look at the stream to see who's actually like in order. So that's how it actually be going. But as he motions over to the next stone slab, again crumbling up to the roof of your room as the light peers in. Fern, do you want to make your entrance?
All right.
As you just hear,
As the crowd is like banging and banging, you can see the shadows from the lights of the tunnel. This hulking shadow starting to peer out of the actual tunnel, and you can see like the shadows like kind of hopping up and down, and then out of the tunnel comes a 3'1" halfling with incredibly dark skin, bald and just ripped to the masses. And as I walk out, I'm like, yeah, oh yeah.
and another blue orb kind of floats up next to you. Do you care to introduce yourself, warrior contestant of the evening?
My name is Carrie Trues. And I'm here to prove myself to myself. Yeah. And as I flex, like all of my veins in my head just grow, and you see one that just goes from here all the way to the back of my head, and I'm like, power! And then I'm just hopping, and even when it's not like no one's focused on me, I'm just, and then I prestidigitate myself and make myself glisten even more, like there's just baby oil.
He smash cut the two lady folk. I'm on bet on him. Well, what an eclectic group of heroes we have so far. And for our third contestant, as again the light starts to appear slowly, as Eddie, if you want to make your grand entrance, hearing the pounding and the screaming of the audience as the slat slowly rises.
So as it slowly comes up to the threshold, you just see this, another 3'1" goblin guy standing there. He's extremely confused. He's looking around. He's got he also very fucking jacked. Probably the biggest goblin you ever seen. He's got long hair. He's like all greasy and dirty. He's just looking around all dumb and stuff.
A similar blue orb kind of floats up to you. Care to introduce yourself, stranger?
My name Foot. That was first thing I put in mouth. I ate Foot. My name is Foot. My parents thought I was baby orc. I'm goblin. They're wrong. They put me here. I fight.
You just hear that boom throughout the Coliseum. I am fucked.
Are we all just
Very.
jacked?
I really hope so.
So-
3 down, 3 to go. I just really hope everybody's just ripped. Well, I'm starting to get the tingles in places, well, you know where. And he's like, and for our fourth! And that motion's over. Again, the light peering through and the crack and dust as the slat moves up. And Cade, please make your entrance.
So, as I'm walking in, you see again a 3'2" halfling wearing a trench coat, and he only has one arm, it seems, as he walks in, and it has a quiver connected to his chest, and a light crossbow holstered at his leg. And I'm just walking in, and I'm just looking around with like these. I have very like curly black hair, and I'm just looking around.
And zzz, that blue orb kind of floats up to your face.
Hi, I'm Decker.
Oh, well, welcome, Decker.
It's a lot of fucking people.
Yes, the greatest people on this planet. And they all scream. We are the best.
That one's over there. That one's been on some shit. And I look over at the
Yeah, as you
Brent's
guys-
character.
As the people that have made entrance into the Coliseum, you guys are probably about like 30 feet away from each other, separated where every one of these slats are. It's probably about like like 200 or so feet in diameter. This particular area that you guys are walking into, and the walls that surround where you are probably about 40 feet high, and like smooth granite with like a nice bronze like a barrier rail separating the first group of people from that wall. And now that we are narrowing down our warriors, we have but 2 left that need to introduce themselves. Now for our 5th, and or our 6th. And oh, did I skip you, Josh? I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Wait.
I thought I was gonna have a special entrance or something.
I feel like I planned this all night.
you come down. But Josh, as you notice the same situation happen as the slat moves up, if you want to make your entrance.
It takes a little bit of time, and he finally walks in, looking a bit lost, and he's got graying, dark hair, but he looks pretty clean cut, and is wearing some padded armor with a shield and a mace that he's kind of resting his hand on his hip, and he says, I seem to be in the wrong place. I don't think there should be any bloodshed here today. I think the only way to appease the gods is through calm and peace.
There's like a slight pause and like the cheering of the crowd. You just hear like one person from really far away. Boo! But then like they all start kind of murmuring and start picking it out because most of the people probably hammer drunk at this point.
I will not shed any blood.
Well, we have our first pacifists of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see how that goes and how long that morality stays. And for our last contestant, and Nick, if you want to make your entrance.
Yeah, so I'd be a elf, I guess, with pale gray skin. It has a bluish hue. My black hair is slicked back in like a flow. I'm dressed in long black robes, and obviously I have pointy ears, probably piercing blue. Not blue, but like pale blue, like icy blue eyes, almost like
White Walker
the
eyes.
white. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'd be holding a little notebook and like jotting down notes as I come up. So,
That blue orb kind of catches your attention. Yep.
it's blue. Yes.
Well, care to introduce yourself, stranger, to the world?
Yes, my name is Theriatis Menkasule. Actually, if this is a human audience, they can just call me John. Humans cannot pronounce my name correctly.
I'm a human. Teriyaki.
Okay.
We're fucked.
His name is Teriyaki.
Well, I imagine that you'll receive very many variants of your name, as this is a pretty eclectic and diverse crowd.
What's how diverse would you say? Like,
Oh my god.
As this is just booming throughout this whole
yeah, I'm like
costume.
holding my notebook, like ready to write down the diversity of the crowd.
6 kobolds.
It's evenly, there's 10% of everything until it reaches max percentage.
Well, for example, though, there are sub races of like dwarves and halflings, and then therefore there are more than 10 races. So which 10 races compile each of the 10%?
And now that we have all of our contestants, shall we get this show on the road? As that
I look around at everybody.
I was in this to win this. All of these other contestants are so small and puny.
I make my pecs bounce.
Oh dear, there's going to be combat, and I just say
Ryan
like
next
armor.
to Bernie's, character.
yeah, you'd be the 30 feet. He'd be to your
Tower
left.
over you.
Kid, am I allowed to
You
cast
need
this?
pecs.
Am I allowed to cast? No, it only lasts a minute. I shouldn't do that.
I'm gonna. It's not a cast because I'm a warlock, but I'm gonna cast mage armor. It's not tech, but I can do it at will. So,
How long does it last?
8 hours.
as long as I require it to do.
As long as I want it to.
It's sorry, it's at will. I think it's 8 hours for the normal
It's 8
spell.
hours, yeah.
Yeah.
As it cuts back to the announcer, well, now that we've met a little bit about each one of our contestants, let us get to know their motives, their reasons for being here. As the blue orb kind of like gets a little bit bigger, the ones, because it was kind of passing by to each one of you. You don't have like your individual one. So it floats up to Jess. Care to share why you want guts and glory, fame, or riches?
Well, I came to this tournament after turning in my last bounty to get some glory, some name for myself, make a name for my clan. But I think that the other people that are set up in this, they're so small. How are they even gonna help?
Very succinctly put, and yes, you will have your chance at glory and gold and making a name for yourself here. Very well. And for our next one, Mr. Carrie Trues, as the ball like shrinks and then zips over to you and then
Forgot. Fuck.
I'm gonna just read what I wrote for the description of this character. I go, well, my hair don't need none. My skin is tough as my seps. My eyes rigid. My faith is me. And then I prestidigitate myself to look baby oily again. And then like Goku before a fight, I'm just like and I'm trying to do it to the like the bumps of the crowd. Yeah. If I get out, I wait and then okay, yeah.
get off beat a little bit.
And then I look at the Dragonborn and I just go, you wait till I can use something and I'll be in it to win it.
Smash cuts back to the announcer and there's like this look of just yes.
And I look back at him and I point at him and I go, yes.
And for we'll slide on over to our little goblin friend. Is it similar sensation of the orb flying over to you?
What? Oh, I like takes his great axe, almost drops it, like picks it back up. I want to prove that I am orc. I do that.
In What do I say here? Indeed, you will have the chance to prove you are orc. Yes.
I orc.
The best of luck to you. And as the orb slides over
As
to,
it drifts away, you just hear, I'm foot.
as it slides over to Josh. And you, Sir Knight, or Sir, well, what are you?
Joffrey is my name.
Joffrey.
Is it too late to drop out? I thought this was a worship party for Aldath, the god of peace.
Quite the contrary, and I'm afraid that you've signed, and it's a legally binding agreement, and it's once every 1,000 years, and it took a lot to market and get all these people here, so it's and the door shut behind you, and we had the venue for the weekend, and no, you can't cancel.
The door shut behind you. I'm using that in real life.
Well, interesting, as the orb flies over to you, Cade.
As like the wind kind of pushes me because I'm like this little, like tiny, like scrawny 40-pound man, or like not half elf, halfling. Oh, I'm in for the money.
There's a big applause to that.
That's about it.
Money. Yes, and you will have your fair share of riches. It comes down to how much are you willing to share. And the orb finally flies over to you, Nick. And you, what's your motivation?
Well, you see, Mephistopheles, he has gifted me with a few spells, and I wish to test them, hopefully fatally. I don't care for the money, I just want to see people die at my own hand.
There's a person like on the wall above you as you say that. It just kind of like looks down. Yeah, just screams yeah down at you.
Yes.
Stand in front and just hold my hand up to intercept that.
Catch the ball.
Yeah.
And it seems that we all want to speak at once, and there's like a wave of his hands, and they all kind of break up into individual. I'm gonna regret doing this. It breaks up into individual little orbs, and they all fly like next to your mouth. So everybody's voice is thaumaturgy through the whole place.
Yes.
I'm foot.
Let's get it going.
No, let's not.
Things come in great packages.
Possible.
I am orc.
You are not.
Now, how long would you say you've been practicing your spellcraft?
I don't spell.
I
Who are
can't
you?
punch.
No
Why you talk to me like
magical
that?
inclinations. Interesting.
There's like people just start holding their ears, just like
And
all of
anyone
these voices.
Anyone ever tell you it sounds like your tongue's out your nose?
That is anatomically impossible.
I'll prove it.
Yes, this was definitely a bad idea. And he like waves his finger around, and they all kind of like collectively go back to the one, and then go back, and he catches it. Well, now that we are all very well acquainted, why don't I explain to you why you're here, even though you know why you're here. Let me explain the rules of what you're going to be doing.
Door shut.
Door shut.
If you would like, I have the notes of why we're here. I can repeat for you if you would like.
The rules are simply this. Get the voice. Break it out. Being that there are no rules. However, a few pointers just to get you going. There is a gem of blinding beauty that needs to be retrieved and brought back here. He points down at that swirling pool of light below him. In order for all of this to have been worth the trouble, whomever brings this back will receive a special reward from yours truly. Other than this specification, try not to die, at least too early, as you technically have a job to do. Now, I will ask you to step forward, and if you notice that the cog, the gigantic one that's probably like 30 feet in diameter, it lines up perfectly with where your door was. So, like, directly in front of you, where the spokes of the cog would be, lined directly up in front of you. if you would all please step forward and stand on the edge of this platform, please. It kind of waves you all over.
One step of mine is like 20 for the halflings and the goblin. Yeah, I take 3 steps and I'm there.
So
Well
orc your way over.
constructed.
I work my way over.
Oh my god.
Appears to be of human stonecraft.
Do we all
Well-
we all agree to get rid of him first, right?
I love how you guys are already like trying to like think of ways to kill each other without even knowing what's
Just
about to
Nick.
happen.
Just Nick.
Him. All him.
Just John.
Well, Jess is gonna step on all of us.
As the announcer looks down at all of you, it seems that we have a particularly fresh group of adventurers this time around. So, and he claps his hands, and out from behind him, you see like a puff of green smoke, and then these really fast flying creatures, just like a red blur and like a really high-pitched like wing beating, almost like the golden snitch. As in front of you pops up like a small sprite dressed in a red gown, fair skin, glowing green eyes, and they all look identical. As they hold their hands out to you, and in their tiny little sprite hands is a small ring. It looks like a grayish black and shiny. As the announcer, this will definitely aid all of you. I can't tell you what it does, but it will automatically activate should the need arise. And one other tip, there are things hidden amongst your journeys today. I suggest looking carefully before running to the finish line, so to speak. As the sprites are there holding their rings, do you guys each grab one?
I grab
And-
the ring. Is it big enough to fit on my wrist?
It does like the one ring, and kind of like, oh, not on your wrist. Bam!
I grab the ring like with my claw. I'm like, this doesn't fit my finger.
And as you say that, it's like, whoop, 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 and then like resizes to it.
Yeah.
I put
Grab-
it on my nub.
It resizes, just.
I
Size
test
of-
it to see if it's like a real quarter, and then I put it on.
I
Well, now that-
try to get it on my bicep and try to break it by flexing and realizing it's strong. I go, okay, and I put it on my finger.
Your
then it
little
resizes.
bicep won't break that.
Well,
Jess,
now
I
that
can't
we.
wait for like 5 minutes from now where you eat all of your words.
Stereotypical magical craft. Okay, very well.
I hate you.
Seems shallow and pedantic.
Quite.
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. So
I,
as we are.
put
Oh,
the
sorry.
ring-
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say I put the ring on my finger. I don't
And
do
it,
anything.
it goes on. It's firm. It's snug, not too tight. But you know you
You're
can
married.
shake your hand, and now you're married to everyone. But you can shake your hand, and it won't fly off.
I appreciate
Oh.
it.
Shake my nub.
As you guys all slap these rings on, almost like the first sip of coffee in the morning, you feel like that warmth kind of wash over you from the point of the ring over your entire body. This is going to give you guys a +1 to your AC permanently, and there's going to be a mystery effect that I will make happen at a random time if I think it'll be funny. It's not gonna be anything like you die, but it'll either save you or we'll get to that. We'll find out because it's gonna be fun for me too. Well, without further ado, now that we are all fit to our new rings, we are acquainted with rules, and we all seem very eager to jump into it. Now, let us step on this platform. And you notice that swirling pool of light is about like a foot higher than the platform that you're standing on. And when you get closer to it, it has this really low, like, and you feel almost like this magnetic pull towards it. But before you jump into it, if you die, and many of you might, try not to think of it as a permanent farewell to the physical realm, because it might not be as permanent as you might think it might be. And without more cryptic messages,
I jump
hop
in.
on in.
Good. I am
Oh,
invincible.
yeah.
And I walk in.
Says everybody jumps, and you feel like this cool wash, like jumping into a pool, and you also feel like all of your weight's being pulled the top of your head and the bottom of your feet as you feel like almost like spaghettified for a moment before crashing down onto stone flooring with very dim light, with the exception of those that have dark vision, as you stare out in front of you to see, as far as you can see with dark vision, a long stoned hallway with random mosses that are hanging, similar to the spot in which you all started. And it's about 10 feet wide, big enough for two of you to walk forward. And for those of you that have dark vision, you can see your full length forward and cannot see any perceived obstacles in front of you. There's no like fallen rocks. It just seems to be like relatively smooth. And if you would like, even though you guys all jumped in relatively at the same time, the area in which you guys dropped is big enough to fit all of you with about a 5-foot space, so you comfortably stand there. As you guys march forward, just give me who would like to, the order in which you guys would like to march. Who would like to start out?
Light a torch and walk forward first.
And I fight her with that. And I'm smaller than you, so I could do it. But I'm just in and out. I'm bobbing and weaving if you try to push me around.
You fight her? You
No,
fight her for the torch?
like if she tries to no, I'm going first. I just like weave in between her legs.
I step over him.
And I step under her.
Forever,
Dance.
and we'll slowly,
Forever.
I'm in the back.
fade to black.
Very back.
Alrighty, so we're gonna put.
I'm in the back as well.
So I'm gonna put just.
Guess I'm in the middle. I
Yes.
was gonna be in the back with the cleric and just be like, and what would you say your faith is? Where did this originate?
Everything about you. Just
I feel like he is quiet type. Don't talk to him.
And why do you think that?
Because he knows say words.
Because he knows say words.
well, I use many words when few words do trick.
He did voice his pacifism earlier. I think he spoke words for certain.
You're a pacifier.
Do your kind even have pacifiers? I did not realize goblins knew of them.
I'm an orc.
Are you certain?
Uh-huh.
That was just like from that Key and Peele sketch where they're like, I said bitch, and they're like, you called her? He's like,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So far I got Jess Fern in the front. I got Nick, Kate, and Josh in the back. So I just slapped you in the middle.
Yep, sounds good.
Orcs always belong in the middle.
I
All right,
hear
so-
you guys talking about
Just
me.
like I got the guru up.
Do
Not
just
that
because I keep going to roll 20 and then like being like, oh, it's not up yet. Let us know when we should go to roll 20.
I will. Yeah, this will be
Yeah.
theater of the mind until we get to the end
Okay.
part.
Cool.
I have a grid in front of me of I'm glad I didn't show anything. But how would you like to proceed forward?
Excitingly.
Without violence.
Excitingly with violence.
You should be Actually, this will be interesting.
Alrighty, so Fern, as you enthusiastically head forward, this hallway seems to be about 60 feet long as far as you can tell. How far would you like to proceed forward?
As far as I can go. I can do it 25 feet at a time.
I'm
Alright.
looking for traps, and I'm right behind him because I move faster.
I'm still just hopping. Like I hear the chanting in my head still.
Also, I have danger sense, which if I see like traps and stuff like that, then I get advantage on dex saving throws.
Alrighty. So, Fern, as you are heading forward, you're going to do your full 25-foot movement. Jess, are you going to be following behind him, or are you going to try to push ahead in front of him? Again, it is 10 feet wide, so you guys can both fit down this hallway.
I'm gonna be like on the side of him, but my speed is 30, so I will be slightly in front of him. Just
All right.
cause.
So as you're moving in a touch faster, so you wanted to check for traps?
Yes.
Alrighty, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. As you
First
begin to
roll.
walk forward and as you begin to walk forward in the pitter patter of the moist stone underneath you, the murmuring of your strange companions behind you, your keen eyes find
Nothing.
Apparently nothing.
6.
your keen eyes find that this is a comfortable, straight, non-assuming hallway.
And I'm investigating the hallway by watching the traps kill them in front of me.
Pretty much.
Alrighty.
For
Solid
those-
logic there.
For those that are in the front, plus one other that who's in the middle? What like
Eddie's in middle.
The orc.
who looks the squishiest? The
You.
Oh, don't even.
I look suspicious. Me is suspicious.
Oh, I thought you said squishiest.
Squishiest, I think
Uh-oh.
it'd be
Oh.
me. Me
Even
or
though
the
I am, I
warlock.
look the least squishy apparently.
I wouldn't say I look
Like Carrie
squishy. I guess my
Carrie
mage armor is
Trues.
kind of glowing, so you can tell that I have enhanced AC.
I'm
Okay.
just wearing a trench coat, so
I'm probably surprisingly, my AC is a lot higher than I expected.
Well, if you want to figure out who's squishy, but make a quick perception check for me, and then I'll
for
mean,
me.
yeah. If you want to get a good to see who has the least amount of HP, if that's what
Yeah,
you're
that's
getting at.
what I want for the whole group. That is going to only be a 12.
That meets. You can tell that that Nick and Fern, they both have similar squishiness. They look equally squishy.
So for Nick and Fern, you guys will get +5 hit point maximum for 8 hours.
Hell yeah.
And then the third, or whoever else was in front,
Me.
June or
You're not in front. No. I'm in front.
But I want.
But I want orc.
I orc, I get.
yeah, I forgot everyone's names already. But for Jess's character,
Just call
well,
me John.
Oh yes, except for Tapiaki.
Love tapioca.
Team orc
Yes,
makes the
I
dream
do
orc.
hope you don't expect anything in return. That was quite kind of you.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Alrighty.
Second, what do I get?
+5 to your
oh,
health.
Yeah.
Temp hit points.
No, max hit points.
Temporary.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
max for
hit
8.
point increase.
Sorry, did you say 5 or 6?
5. So each target's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for 8 hours.
Holy shit.
Suddenly, it's 9 hours later, and you all.
The 60-foot hallway was slippy.
Yeah, you guys had a long conversation about it.
all your baby oil.
Tried to convince the group that
Thanks
I'm
for
an orc.
reminding me. I was feeling a little dry.
Hell yeah.
So, Jess, as you are heading forward, you notice that this hallway ends about 40 feet ahead of you. Carrie Trues, 5 feet behind you. How would you both like to lead your new party companions?
I turn to everyone and say, this hallway ends about 40 feet forward.
Thanks for the obvious. And I just passed her.
Alrighty, are you moving you doing?
I let him go.
Obvious to everybody.
Yeah, I got my
Already
25 feet.
Carrie Trues, as you're like, thanks for saying the obvious. You feel like as you feel like one of the stone slabs just like really sink in and then lock, and then you just hear like behind the stone you just hear like. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please. As
Boy, am I
as-
actually? All right.
as these
I was about to say you're a Lightfoot, aren't you?
as these stone slabs just go shoo, and they open up. And what did you get for that dex save?
I got a
when you are being.
Nice.
So 22 if it matters.
Nice. So as you just and that stone ka-ching, you instantly tense up, flexing every muscle fiber from underneath your pinky toe to the very top of your non-hairline. These stone slams, they shink off the side of the wall, and then just like the Battle of Endor, these large logs just go to smash into you as you just instantly flex and punch both of them, and they splinter. And what you see, Jess, you just see like powder, like in Robert Jimenez Tights when he cuts up the arrow, just and they fall to the ground. You just hear all the mechanics and the mechanisms that shot that trap forward just absolutely break.
As I'm standing there, all you see is we go. And then it keeps.
Oh, I'm so glad we did carry cheers.
I catch up to him wherever he is. And
I mean, you can. I'm slow.
I crouch down to like be. I'm still not eye level, but I crouch down and I go, I misjudged you, small one. You have power. We will lead the rest through this.
And I extend my hand out for
I put my arm out.
for the muscular of, and just.
It's a clap, just.
And I prestidigate her and give her baby oil.
So shiny.
Yep.
As you guys get to the end of that hallway, noticing that it does dog leg right, we're gonna hop to the back of the group.
Oh no.
John.
Yes.
In fact, we'll... Actually, yeah, we'll do everybody since you guys are all in the back.
Oh no.
Yeah. So we'll do Nick, Cade, and Josh. Make a quick perception check for me as you guys are in your own fashion, treading behind the pack.
Am I with the muscle group or the softies?
You are on an island of your own.
I'm by myself, cause I orc.
You said perception, right?
Perception, please.
16.
Nice.
18.
Fuck.
Nice.
Lowest perception gets fucked.
Sorry, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. As you notice the commotion of Carrie Trues, I'm surprised I'm not messing that up yet. Carrie Trues,
Yeah, right.
just absolutely, whatever ancient race put this trap in, their ancestral spirits are looking down. They're like, I thought I did a good job on that thing. You noticed, you hear like just a low, as you all collectively turn around and notice that where you started, that small room in which you guys started, is now gone. And now the back of the hallway is just slowly sliding this stone slab towards you.
Oh.
Is it crushing?
Wait.
Crushes.
And it falls and just wham.
Nope.
Right the way through.
Hallway of nope.
It is going very slow. It's not like Indiana Jones in it right now. But you just notice that subtle grinding. Yeah, it just dominoes forward and then flips. And...
Are you using my notebook right now, Nick?
I forgot mine, and this one was on the table, so I just grabbed it.
Sorry.
And for the middle of the group, Orc, I need you to make a perception check as well, please.
Work.
Orc.
That's it. Orc.
Orc. Those name's
Orc.
Foot.
His name is Foot.
Yeah, I should write your guys' names down.
Work.
13.
Nice. Following the group in the middle and just constantly being like, I am Orc. I am Orc. You look, you notice that at the top of this hallway, you just hear like macaroni noises. You just, as you look to the top, you notice like those hanging moss. They're not static and still as you would expect with a pretty solidly closed subterranean cavern, but they do kind of wave a little bit. As we're gonna hop to the front of the pack.
I do just yell out, ceiling moving.
Yeah, you would all definitely hear that. There's no carpet to absorb any sound.
I hold my torch up to it. How far away from the ceiling am I?
The ceiling's only about 15 feet low, so you're 6 feet tall.
6'2". Thank you.
6'2" with an arm reach and the torch. You could definitely touch it, but upon looking up with your torch, you notice that the spot that you happen to be looking at is just moistened stone. You do not see any life or any moss or hanging anything.
Then I'll kind of take a few steps back towards the group with the torch up ahead, looking for the source of the sound and what the orc is pointing out.
All right, so as you are heading the pack with Carrie Trues.
Yes.
Torch lit a flame to the ceiling. You have yet to find any more of that life form on the ceiling again. You do notice that this hallway is about another 35 feet ahead of you before it seemingly reaches another dead end. How do you all wish to proceed?
I go back to the front with Carrie Trues.
I'll be a little more careful now that I know that's happening.
And I look for traps.
And I will help her if I can.
And I
Alrighty.
watch them set the traps.
I try to reflect the torchlight off my oil to like magnify.
You get like 2.5 more feet of bright and 2.5 more feet of dim. Worth.
Well, I'm guessing we're outpacing this slowly collapsing hallway, but if not,
Yeah,
then I will start pushing everyone peacefully forward.
I peacefully.
He's in right. He's in right here.
I'm gonna strongly suggest you guys move a little quicker, please.
So, are you saying the hallway becoming smaller is making you feel anxious?
I try to stealthily drop ball bearings in front of Josh.
John.
me?
John. No, John.
Yeah.
I try to stealthily drop ball bearings in front of him.
How do you stealthily go?
Can I?
Yeah, it's right.
Do I notice that?
Well, you
Like,
do-
I
He's,
was
he's
from
doing it
back-
in front of me. He's doing
Yeah, I
it
was
in
like,
front of me.
go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. We'll do his sleight of hand against your guys' perception.
My perception.
So yeah, if, whoever's looking for that,
Alrighty.
be you guys.
With a +5, I like that.
Yeah, so go ahead and make a sleight of hand.
19 with a +5.
Damn, I can't see that.
7. So I'm currently talking to. I'm sorry, Josh. I forget your character's name. Joffrey. I'll remember that. Because Joffrey was also evil.
For that.
And I'm
He's
just
misunderstood, guys.
And so you say that the walls. Oh.
So as you drop those ball bearings down, and seemingly not being able to hear them, go ahead and make a quick dex save for me, John. And well, if you guys are standing right next to each other, right,
Oh,
John
fuck.
and Joffrey,
Yeah,
it's kind of hard to aim ball bearings
Yeah,
on a
that's
stone
fair.
floor. And if you're dropping them behind him and walking up ahead, yeah, go ahead and make a quick dex save for me both.
me too.
Yeah, there's gonna be, if it's a handful, it's probably gonna be like a couple in front of you, and it's only like a 10-foot wide hallway.
So that's
4.
As you said, so it was a 6.
6, yeah.
Oh
So as you guys are having this conversation, just your notebook just goes flying up in the air as like your head whips back, John, as one of your heels, just right as you're putting the weight on the heel, just slips back, falling straight to your back, not taking any damage. And Joffrey, you actually step on one, but being peaceful, you don't want to harm the ball bearing, so you instantly try to transfer your weight to another one and kind of Scooby-Doo for a second before like doing like a half split and then falling to the side. Not taking any damage, but you dropped back from Kate if you're still pushing up, correct?
Yeah.
So you're gonna be about like 5, 10, or you're about 10 feet in front of him. As while you guys are both on the ground, John, your head kind of looks up at the direction of that sliding wall, and then just within 10 feet, just boom, boom, as two of those getting closer.
Ball bearings. It takes an immense engineering skill to create
don't have
these.
Alrighty, so hopping back to the front of the group, there's a 40-foot hallway in front of you for dog legs, right? You said you're gonna be checking for traps, Vora,
Yes.
and you're gonna be helping Carrie Trues.
Yeah,
So-
in any way I can.
Yeah, either if one of you wants to roll with advantage, or you both can roll.
She can do it with advantage.
Perception, right?
Investigation if you're gonna be checking for the trap.
Investigation. That's worse. Yep.
It counts.
I can't see
Roll-
it.
Okay, roll it again. 12? As you're walking forward now with this new apprehension of where the hell you guys are, why the hell you guys are here, and seeing Carrie Trues just absolutely obliterate what was high tech at the time of the inception of this trap at one point. What if we had logs that just shot at them? You look up, and because you're also looking for that moss, and where you don't find moss, you see a chain. Behind that chain, you see another log. But at the front of this log, there is just a harpoon that looks sharp, and as you look at the front of it, ding, there's a glint of light, and as you're following the chain down the wall, you notice that there is a very thin hairline trip string that almost looks like it blends in with the crack in the stone. And Carrie Trues, you would also see this, and you guys are kind of both helping each other out looking for it, so you would both almost like see it, and then you're like one of your guys' eye lines goes down to the right of the wall as you go down the left of the wall, and you meet up to the middle and like look at each other.
We Lady and the Tramp. Should we tell
I'm
them?
looking down at Carrie Cruz. I almost said Terry.
Should we tell them?
Yeah, because if they trip it, it could affect us.
I walk over the line and don't say a
Yes.
thing.
I don't like go back or anything, but Orc, but are you right behind me?
Yeah, it was like a little distance behind you, but I'm definitely not paying attention. I'm staring at the moving ceiling that I saw, but it's not there anymore.
I like look down to the little guy, and I go,
Hey, you. Pass the word on. Don't step on this wire.
as I step over it and follow Carrie.
And I like my attention goes up from up to down, and I'm like, yes, don't step. And
As
then
you shout that out to the rest of the group, we smash cut back to the announcer. Damn. And we smash cut back to the group. So yeah, you do hear you hear Orc, or you hear Foot shout, "Don't step!" As you do notice as you guys eventually like get back up off the ground from the ball bearing trick, one more slat does behind you guys. It's about 15 feet behind you. It's not like it's right on your beat cheeks or anything like that.
Right on the bee cheeks.
Just, ooh, how's your father?
The harpoon from the trap, it's pointing away from the direction that we're going.
It's pointing like at you, as if this trips, you're gonna kiss it. It's just gonna.
Wait, is the harpoon in the ground or on the ceiling or?
The harpoon is like wedged at the end of the log. Like this ancient society, they just had logs. That's all they had, but they had. Yeah, they had imagination, but not a lot of technology.
I think correct me if I'm wrong, but what you're asking is it coming from like the side of the wall from the hallway that we're in, or like
No, if you're
forward?
looking at the hallway like this, it's like posed right at the top, as if like when the hairline trips, it's just gonna swing down.
Gotcha. Okay. So if I'm away from it, it won't hit me.
I'm walking. I've been walking for a while ahead of them.
You're gonna push ahead of the group,
Yeah,
stepping over the wire.
stepping
No,
over
you're
the
not.
wire, being careful. Not of like in front of them, but yeah.
Oh, just continuing to move forward.
Yeah, at a quickened pace.
Once we're far enough away from it, I look behind me and I kind of use mage hand, so like this spectral hand will like appear where the wire is, and then I just kind of go like this with my hand, and then that makes the spectral hand trip the wire.
Are you Joffrey? Where are you? Did you guys walk?
I'm expecting everyone to already be passed. Sorry.
Okay, you hung back and you kind of like saw where it, like the trajectory of it.
I thought he was
Yeah,
gonna do it to me.
So and I can do this. I think it's a 60-foot range for the hand. So I'm expecting to be like 20 feet away, and then like.
Yeah, knowing the spell well enough and being the scientifically minded person you are, you're in a good spot for it. As you snap it, you do hear like the rusty squeaking of this mechanism as it just woof and finds no purchase in anything else, with enough space for you guys to slide by.
Smart, so no one else can trip this and get harmed.
No.
No, for science, not for peace.
Scientology.
Alrighty, so heading back to the front of the group, we have Carrie Trues and Vora with a fastly approaching Foot and Kate. I keep forgetting your character's name.
Decker.
So
Foot
and
upper.
so
What?
Foot and Decker, which sounds like insert shoe store. So Foot and Decker slowly approaching, reaching to the end of that hallway. 10 feet to your right, you notice an arcade of stone, and with the torchlight illuminating in, you can see that it opens up into a relatively small room. How would you like to proceed?
So I rolled for a goblin moment, and now I'm looking for shinies.
Okay.
Okay, so hold on a second. We go one way and there's a small room. There's no option to go the other way.
No, there's not a T in this junction. It goes, yeah. So basically, you guys have one right turn and then another right turn, and there's a room that's opening up down here.
I continue. But also
I
checking for traps.
I say to her, we should let them lead the way.
Why do you say that?
I'm bored.
I'm not.
I keep going.
Oh, also, since it's pretty apparent there are traps and probably more, I will just have anybody who's ahead kind of roll, so it's not like consistently I walk, I check, I walk, I check, I walk.
Turn to Decker or Foot.
Which one of you is leading with me this time? Carrie Trues is bored.
I just walk forward, not saying anything.
And I just...
As
Oh, wait,
you
no,
walk
you're the
by.
same height as me.
I'm an inch taller than you.
That I would not look up.
Meet my eyeline, Jim.
It's
I
next.
just... The only person in the party besides the orc that could meet my eye line. And I just... Okay.
Yeah, just like I'm eyeing the walls and on the ground, just total spasm out as a goblin now.
Yeah, every once in a while your like neck snaps over to the right because like the fire catches a particular cut of the stone and the wet walls, and you're like,
Exactly.
oh, your mark. Alrighty, so as you walk into this, as Deckard, as you were leading in the pack into this hallway, John and Joffrey, you still notice that sequentially every 10 feet or so, more slots of those walls are smashing down. And when you guys fell, you obviously you did notice that those ball bearings were on the ground. And so we're going to move forward into this room. As you walk into this room, Deckard, and for all those that follow through, it's a relatively small room. You notice that there's an opening on the other side that seems to be barred by a crossed, like long femur bone of some sort of creature. And there is a dial on the center of it. And as you walk in, smash cut back to the announcer. Ooh, yes, our first trial, ladies and gentlemen. And the crowd erupts, and you hear, yeah, but times a million, yeah. And then it smash cuts back to the dungeon as you hear, and or in the corner of this room, you just see whoop, and there's like that blue orb like right in the corner. And then smash cutting back to the Coliseum, like a gigantic blue orb above it is now kind of like projecting for all to see this room for the patrons there. Cutting back to this room, you hear a small voice whisper. Just it's almost inaudible at first, but you just hear like this cacophonous bouncing around and just. How would you like to proceed?
I want to walk up to the bone. Do I know what kind of bone is it? Bone it is?
Sure, make an animal handling check.
And I'm gonna investigate the thing in the center of it.
Cool, the little like glowing emblem.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check for me, and you make an animal handling check for me, Vora.
Can I look for shinies still?
Absolutely. Make an investigation.
I see that the goblin / orc is gonna go for shinies, and I say, come here, and I say, I hope my guidance will assist you. And then the goblin, only the goblin, has a D4 on any ability check he wants to make.
So as the goblin's going around looking at every nook and cranny, kind of turning over, did you roll nat 22?
Yeah, I did. It's a total of a 22. But yeah, I got an nat 20.
I got a 21.
21. All right. So yeah, as Foot's walking around and checking through every nook and cranny, making sure that no stone goes unturned. Vora, as you walk up to it and kind of investigate it, running your finger along it and just kind of just seeing the marrow in some of the parts that you can actually see up the bone, you notice to be an oversized and unnaturally large mammoth leg, actually. 2 of them that seem to be wound with that brass or that bronze chain. And then Deckard, as you go to look at this amulet that's on the front of it, again woven into that bronze chain, you notice to be a riddle lock. And what was the roll that you had for the shiniest foot?
So I rolled a 17 plus 1 plus 4, so 22.
Dang. Sure enough, you've been kind of throwing away the fire that's glinting off of the stone pretty easily, just to like narrowly focus. And you find in the corner of this room, you notice that an edge, what appears to be a gold coin. As you go to, well, if you go to grab it, you do notice that it is ridged, so it's definitely a gold coin of some sort, wedged with a little bit of like moss or like just discoloration around it.
And
Yeah, definitely eagerly run up and I grab it.
Oh,
As I'm turning and saying, "This is an abnormally large mammoth leg."
oh,
Which
it's-
genus?
Yeah, which genus, nerd?
Yes.
I know. I got a nat 20. Do I know the genus?
I don't know the genus. I didn't write down the
Doesn't
genus
even
for
know
the mammoth
genus
bone.
is.
It's okay. No, the genus is Enormoso mammoth bone. So
I say that.
Stick to the mononiosis.
yeah.
Very well.
Is there a riddle like on the lock, or is it like?
You don't see any inscription on it, but you don't see any runes or any carving. Foot, you actually you were able to pry that gold coin out of there, and you kind of wait for a second because you notice like that algae and that moss kind of like slither away really quickly. It's almost like it kind of sinks back in, but nothing appears to happen, and you have 1 gold coin.
So rich.
Joffrey?
yeah, I wanted to go to this riddle lock, and I know I'm not smart enough to decipher any of this, but if someone is there, I mean, I'm just going to question if anyone is familiar with this. Is it apparent that it's a lock? Like,
Deckard, unless did you
It's
you
a
tell
riddle
everybody?
lock. It's a riddle
No,
lock.
you did.
okay, so
Yeah.
all right, and then I will cast not resistance, but guidance on Decker. Then, if he do you think?
Did you say there were runes on it? Were they runes in like a different language, or were they?
There were no runes to it.
Oh,
Deckard,
okay.
you would also know that to activate a riddle lock, that the person that was going to answer the riddle lock would need to press their palm on it, almost like a like the sorry button.
I should not be the one doing this. Fuck it. And I hit.
Well,
As you
guys-
do that, John, make a quick perception check for me, please. Sorry, go ahead, Joffrey.
well, I was going to cast guidance on him, so he'll get plus 4.
Cool.
Plus
Yeah.
4?
D4.
Oh, I was about to say.
Add
Fuck.
that to your ability check.
Alrighty, John, give me a perception check real quick. Carrie Trues, what are you all about?
Is there anything in the room that looks particularly punchable?
I mean, technically anything's punchable.
John.
Anything that looks brittle?
John.
John.
Yeah.
Hey,
well, John's. Do you have a clipboard or a book?
It'd be a notebook. It'd be a notebook.
I put you with a clipboard for some reason, a ye old clipboard.
We could
let's-
make it a ye olde clipboard. I think that's more funny, but I just
Funny.
Can I
I'm gonna
take
override your care.
Can I take his ye old clipboard and substitute teacher it? Son of a bitch!
It would have to depend on if John was going to allow that to happen, and if not, contesting strength checks, please.
Alright, well, I'm gonna fail.
This is the thing you succeed on. Well, you didn't have to roll very well to beat it, so.
Nerd strength.
So I rolled a 17, which is a 16.
11.
Oh no! As you go to grab it, you're just like, "Give me that little nerd." And there's like a surprising amount of grip strength. Like all of this strength in John is the mind, the fingers, the wrist, and the forearm, and just
all the veins in my forearm are just bulging.
I'm just looking at him directly in the eyes, and I say, "This is my duty to Mephistopheles. If you wish to mess with the Prince of Knowledge, you will have to answer to him."
I just want to know what you're reading, nerd. And I walk away.
As that concludes, you start to hear in quicker succession, John and Joffrey would notice the noise of those slats in quicker succession starting to slam as it gets closer and closer and closer, and eventually slamming that room shut. Now you guys are all encompassed in a 6x6 room. Deckard, you had pressed the riddle lock, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Feeling like this cold, almost oily film, as it you do feel like a bit of like a indentation as it clicks. That cacophonous whispering that you've been hearing slowly starts to turn into coherent words, and you just hear in this high-pitched whispering voice that I will do in my normal whispering voice. I am an eye set in blue face. My gaze feeds the world. If I go blind, so does the world. And as you hear that ringing throughout the room, you do notice that there is more of that ichor, like that weird like moss starting to like crawl underneath the crack of where the room was just sealed off.
I repeat the riddle to everybody around me.
It was an eye set in blue what?
I am an eye set in a blue face. My gaze feeds the world. If I go blind, so does the world.
I feel like Jess knows it, but Vora definitely would not.
Is it the sun?
My intelligence is a 10, so.
As Deckard just as an inquiry, is it the sun? You hear like this weird whine scream behind where that stone wall would be as that moss like sinks back under that crack. That light pulsates with a bright white light as the lock falls. The two mammoth bones fall down, revealing an opening behind it.
Oh, I'm smart. And I walk forward.
Well done. And there's no floor and you fall.
I'm
smart.
The reason I thought the blue thing, I thought it was going to be the thing that was watching us, and like the arena was the metaphor of the world.
Too deep.
I just thought of the sky.
Yeah.
Shut up about the sun. Shut up about the sun.
How would you
as well?
That to the real life? It's that one thing back in the arena. You know, it's where.
Yeah, that's where the audio goes to, and then it trips the code. Be like, oh, we got it right. All right.
I was going to guess orc.
Cuts back to the announcer. I wish that he had. I wish that he had. So
alrighty. Yeah, I walk forward. I'm just going.
All right, Deckard, as you are walking forward, do you have dark vision as a goblin? Or no, you're not a goblin. Yeah, you have it as halfling. You should have it as a halfling.
I have 120 dark vision.
I don't have it.
I don't have it.
How do dragonborns not have dark vision? Just wondering.
So I take out. So I kind of with my teeth, I grab like a match and I light it, and I grab my little candle and I light it and just walk forward.
For fear of the mind, don't forget Deckard only has one arm.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm one arm, and like just grabbing a match out of like this little fanny pack that I have on my chest.
I walk like behind him with my already lit torch.
And I have my little candle on like a stand and walking forward.
I'm just like, turn off that torch. I can see clearly already.
Nobody cares, John.
Don't you mean put out?
So, okay, so heading forward, Decker's leading the pack this time.
Looking for traps, obviously.
Probably with him, unless. Jess, what's your character's name?
Vora.
Aurora or Aurora?
Vora.
He said
The
Aura.
R-R.
With a V.
With a V.
Oh, with a Aurora?
I thought you said horror.
All right. I don't know if you went ahead, but if not, then I would be up there.
All right, so we got Decker leading
Oh.
the pack on this one. What?
I wouldn't be in the front, but I would. Decker seems to be leading the pack, so I would be like, because it's guidance is a cantrip, yeah. So weird that I can just keep casting that. I'm gonna double check this. Yeah, it is. Okay. So yeah, I would give Decker plus 1d4 to his for the next minute for his any ability check, but the idea was for him searching for traps.
Nice. Yeah, Decker, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. As you turn left, and you notice that there is a pretty short hallway, but then like a light at the end of it that you.
Thank God I can reroll natural ones.
Did you roll a nat 20?
Yeah.
You want to add? Do you want to add a D4 to that?
Sure, I don't.
No,
have
I'm just
one.
you don't.
Okay, I was about to say I'll do it.
I'm not gonna make you waste it. Well, I mean, yeah, you do notice that that this hallway doesn't seem to be. There's nothing really going on in it. But you do notice that there is a bright light coming from the end of this hallway. It seems to be about 30 feet down. As the rest of you are following out, I imagine.
Yeah, I'd say it'd be kind of like pace with Joffrey and Decker holding the torch out.
Did you say a bright light at the end of the hallway?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't like this.
All right, so
Nobody
as,
cares, John.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was thinking.
You thought you were thinking.
I think I was thoughting. So I imagine that. Do you let the rest of the group know that there are no traps?
There's no traps. I throw. Wait, is John behind me again?
Yeah, unless you said otherwise.
Cool. Ball bearings.
How many times can you do ball bearings? Out of curiosity.
1,000.
It's got to be a sleight of hand check every time.
Yep.
I have 1,000 ball bearings.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sleight of hand. Yeah, John, you'd still be in this room at this point too.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a sleight of hand versus perception every time you want to do that. for anybody.
13.
Hey, I noticed my passive perception is 14.
And my perception. Wait, did you want me to roll perception, or did you want me to do passive perception?
We can do passive, just so like we'll keep it going. Unless you guys want, if you guys want to roll for it, then we can do the roll. If you guys like rolling for it, or we can just keep having the sleight of hand try to beat your passive perception. Your guys' call.
Passive perception. I rolled a 19, but I feel like passive perception is more fair. That's a 12.
If I'm behind him too, do I need to? Actually, if you're in
Shit.
front, literally everyone's behind you.
Yeah.
Well,
I would like
Well,
to.
yeah,
you know
my
what?
passive
Oh, I already
perception
fell.
sucks.
I don't even.
I was gonna say anybody whose passive perception is 13 or higher, you notice Decker just kind of like linted in pocket, just shake a bunch out real quick.
there's ball bearings.
Click, click, click.
I pick one up and I look at it and I recognize it immediately. And then I just stare at you.
I really need to get this fixed, like the one arm, it's kind of
Give me-
hard, so
Give me all the ball bearings. Give me all your ball bearings.
that's a little aggressive for a man
No.
of peace, isn't it?
Peace takes assertiveness. Give me all your ball bearings.
I walk in between his leg and I say, "Do it."
Scoot.
Well, do we fall or
Scoot.
anything?
Is this the moment where we sign a contract to certify our alliance in this endeavor?
Deckard, you're as tall. Or Carrie Trues, you're as tall as Deckard. You just like go under his legs. Do it.
Oh no, I meant I went under Josh's, so like in between Josh's leg. Do it.
Josh, are you human?
Yeah, I'm the only tall one, I think.
And what I do is
Me too.
I put my candle down and I
John.
reach into my little fanny pack and I grab about like 20 of them and drop them in his hand.
Can I
look
do
up
an
at you.
insight check, or can I? Is it trustable? I guess. I'll take them and trust that this is all of them.
We can do more competing roles if you want to do deception versus insight. I like competing roles. I think they're fun.
They are fun.
Jump for me.
Pity I did not count the ball bearings
Oh, we're doing
before.
okay. Ooh,
It's a 19.
That's it's a 19 as well. 14 plus 5.
Oh my god.
Can
Okay.
can I ask him to jump for me? Just give me a
Me?
give me a jiggle.
You guys.
I just start doing it. Orc can do it.
Me a jiggle.
I mean,
Alright.
yeah, your perception of that Joffrey is that like you know that he had to have had more, but you really can't tell how many more. I mean, like maybe he had 5 more, maybe he only had a couple more, but you can definitely tell that he didn't give you all of them. There's no fucking way you're like he definitely has 997 of these more. But yeah, Carrie Trues, if you want, you're more than welcome to ask Deckard to hop around
I
for
do.
you. It just depends on if he wants to.
I try to stealthily hop.
You can stealthily hop, but if you do legit have 1,000 goddamn ball bearings, I'm gonna give you disadvantage on this stealth because you're trying to hide them.
I'll take the disadvantage.
Like a bag full of $3,000 in quarters.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, that sucks for disadvantage. So plus 7, 15.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say
How do you have a +7?
My passive
I'm a
perception's a
rogue.
9.
He's a
so
rogue.
It's not hard for him. I believe it.
I was gonna say, how do you even?
I still in between his legs. I look up to Geoffrey. I didn't hear anything.
Well, I was gonna say that the way that it sounds, like, it doesn't sound like there's literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds more. It just sounds like a bunch of, because there's other things in that fanny
Yeah,
pack, probably.
there's like
So it seems clear
my
that there's-
arrows are jiggling a little bit.
Yeah. It seems clear that there could be more ball bearings, but there's no way you guys would be guessing there's 900 more.
I think he has
980.
900 more. I think he has 900. No.
Probably 940.
But
depending
the
upon
rest
how
of
many
you.
I walk on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just walking.
All right, continuing forward into this room, you notice that on the center there is a plinth at a similar size room that you guys were in before, with another riddle lock on it that you would now know because it looks exactly the same. And again, that cacophonous noises echoing around this room. As are you all walking into the room collectively, or any of you hanging back for any particular reason?
I enter.
Alrighty. So yeah, as you guys walk into that room, you notice that there are more slots again, consistently closing off from where you guys were going, boxing you into this room. Deckard, you know that whoever presses it has to be the one to answer. How do you guys like to proceed?
Somebody smart, press big button. You can answer a riddle. And
I'm
Smart.
curious.
I'm gonna go investigate the room.
I
looking for
kind of
trap.
I take my mage hand and I put the mage hand against the lock just to see what would happen.
As you put the mage hand into it, it's like trying to capture smoke. It doesn't seem to actually like. You can tell that like your mage hand kind of curls around it, but it doesn't actually sink it in.
Okay. Disappointing. Well, and then I do it with my, flesh and blood.
Kaboom!
Yahtzee.
Also guidance on him, since his guidance is on Deckard. So
Can you do guidance forever?
Yeah,
it's
It
around.
lasts for 1 minute, and it's concentration, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and it's a cantrip one. So as you hear those voices echoing around again, this time you hear, "The more you leave behind, the more you take." Cuts back to the announcer. The second challenge.
I say to the rest of the group, The more you leave behind, the more you take.
Orc.
I do not say that.
The more you leave behind, the more you take.
Is it time or something?
I'll play my
That's a
character
good
right now.
answer.
I think that is an intelligence answer. What is time?
Oh my god!
Alex.
Oh no.
Cuts back to the announcer. Yeah! It smashes
Oh,
back
no.
to you guys.
Oh,
What is time? You just hear wee boop ba-doo out of the lock, and then that swirl turns red, and then the sides of the wall just go. They smash in 10 feet. The ceiling drops down 5 feet, so it's like, grr, 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 and you guys are besides the spot where the door is, and you guys are now like pretty like close together.
I don't like this.
Do you only have one more choice?
It kind of seems like you only got one more
Question.
guess.
Wait, the more you leave behind,
The more you take.
the more you take. Or the less you leave behind, the more you take.
The more you leave behind,
Oh.
the more you take.
I just want to say, time is a good answer. Good, just like
Yeah.
Family Feud.
Yeah.
Good answer. Good
Good
answer.
answer.
That was all of us in the back. Good
Did
answer.
you-
Aw, man. Indigo
Yeah,
isn't a
you,
regular
uh,
color for a car.
I just throw this out there. What if it is the knowledge? Orc.
Boras.
The more knowledge you leave behind, the more you take. I don't know.
But it's poop. I did it.
Oh god, I'm having such a hard time with this because like I feel like I know it, but would this be more like a wisdom thing or an intelligence thing?
I'd say it's probably a little bit of both. If you want to give me an argument for why either, I'll have to make a roll for it and maybe give you a clue.
The more you.
Travel a lot and like tracked a lot in my
Being
past.
a bounty hunter?
Being a bounty hunter. So I would know that the more footsteps that you take, the more that you leave behind.
That is a fucking good answer.
That's a good answer.
Everybody back, like the Coliseum is dead quiet. You hear like a, it's just so quiet, just watching that blue orb.
Then
Sorry,
again,
Doug.
good answer. Good answer.
Is that a good enough rationale why I might know this as a character for the DM?
Yeah, no, I mean, like honestly,
I
with
think
the, with
that's
the, with the,
general
with the riddle,
knowledge.
if you can figure it out, but like your character's like, I'm dumb. That's that's kind of a bummer. But yeah, no, that's also a sound reasoning why that would be an answer you think would might work.
But you can't take
I'll
footsteps.
just step further.
Oh wait, the more steps you
My
take.
claws like
The more
push
you
a
leave
button.
behind.
I see.
Well, only
Well,
Nick
the-
can answer it.
Well, is my hand removed from the thing? Is it still on?
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah.
Decker, you know that whoever pushes it has to answer it correctly.
No, tall one has to. Skinny tall one has to do it.
John.
If
What
you
about
need to use
footsteps?
physical characteristics, you can point out my ears, which are
Shut up.
pointy.
Shut up.
I literally put like my snout up to his ear and like blow out some smoke.
What about steps?
Mm. Is that sulfur, brimstone?
You just hear creaking of the stone, like they're getting.
Acid. Answer the question.
Oh, that's question. Yes. Alex, what is steps?
Oh my god.
As
Of the
the
foot variety.
as the stones, just slightly to the point where you guys are kind of like squished.
God
They
damn
like
it.
they go in again because where you guys was like, whoop, and then it goes back out to the full room.
Okay, good.
It just,
I was
like,
about to say fuck.
and then goes
we're
back
lost.
out. Yeah, and the lock breaks open, and you notice that like the back wall just kind of like ka-doom, and falls flat, leading to, you guessed it, another hallway.
What is the announcer?
Foot.
I'm real
What the
proud.
announcer does?
It cuts back to,
Fuck!
Foot starts busting out laughing. Just rolling on the floor laughing. Answer with foot! Answer with foot! Oh.
All right, who's proceeding out the door this time?
I trudge forward, like super
I-
proud that I knew that.
Yeah, I
Just-
would have like gone to go
So
forward
sad.
and then realized because I was like obviously already there, and I realized she's going forward. I'm like, yes, go ahead.
I try to up to my friend again.
Up to your friend again? Oh,
Yeah,
up to
my
Vora.
muscle, up to my muscle friend.
Alrighty, so as you guys are walking, you notice that
Your MB.
this stretch of hallway is actually starting to get a little more rocky, rough, less smooth and stone slabs. And you notice that there is a slight decline, not to the point where you guys are walking on your heels and trying to balance your weight, but you do notice that you can feel that it is a steady incline or a decline, and you do notice that it does seem to be getting warmer. Not to the point where you're uncomfortable and sweating, but you notice a definite change in the stagnant, cool air of the moistened stone to where you guys are currently heading.
It's warm down here.
I won't need to keep making myself sweat.
Pushing forward. I imagine that whoever is going forward is going to be checking for traps. So whoever would like to, whether with advantage, if somebody wants to help in the front, or
I'm gonna turn to Carrie Trues
There you
and
go.
Why don't you take a look this time?
I really don't think I should. I know my eyes and I know what I can't see.
And I'm
I'm not trying to say no, but yes, and you should do
you
it.
you're saying no, but
But
We
yeah,
all-
I really
really don't
shouldn't. I really shouldn't be looking for things.
We all know our
But if it's investigation, no, I should not be looking
I'll
for
tell you what.
anything.
We'll both do it. Instead of you getting advantage, we'll both do it.
I'm going to put my hands on his shoulders. I have faith in you, and I'll cast guidance.
All right. So
It flips
investigation.
off because it's really oily.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, so
Stop.
Slide a hand
Oh,
check to see if you
no.
can get the whole cast going.
Well,
like
I'll
when
roll a
you-
d4. It won't help, but I should use it anyway, right?
It's like when you're playing sports with someone and you like go to like put your hand on them instinctually, but instead it just slips off. Like
Ew.
I rolled a 6 and a 1, so 7.
Okay.
Investigation
Yeah, investigation for the trap.
3.
Is there any chance I could intimidate the traps to show themselves?
Yeah.
We'll see once they go off.
Do that.
Okay. Those are acceptable terms.
I picture Vora and Carrie Cruz just like staring down this hallway.
And then stepping on a wire.
And breathing
Yes.
heavily for no reason.
Alrighty. As you guys are walking forward and constantly commenting about each other's hypertrophy, you do hear like this whine, almost like a tea kettle in the distance, and as you're like walking, you kind of hear it like cut off and then go back on, like whip, whip, like just really faintly though. But as you finally catch that tune in your ear, you start to hear a quick, and I need you all within. If you guys are all outside of the room, that's about 30 feet back. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw. As you see all of these really fine slots in the mortar lines and some of the
Thank
rough
God.
spots of the stone, you just start to hear
Do I still get to add a d4 to this,
Any
Josh?
effect?
one at a time. You can still add the d4 because it's still within a minute.
Thank
See the
God.
effect.
Do you see the effect?
Do I see it happening, or am I kind of like blindsided?
You don't notice the trap, so it's like coming at you pretty quick.
Dirty 20.
I rolled a 1, but I got to re-roll that, so 19
Nice.
for me.
dirty 5.
Anybody below a 16?
Yep.
a 0.
Yup.
I got
So
an 8.
Roll a 0.
So far below 16,
Halfling
I'm above
brothers.
it.
Alrighty. Hey, I get to roll my first
How that
die.
works.
Oh god, get fucked, all of you, man.
I get to
Goodbye.
roll my first dices.
God, you guys should be more like Carrie Trues.
And Decker.
It should be more like Carrie True. Let's be
So-
honest.
All right, so I'll be watching for the traps this time.
Alrighty, so as all of the
Goodbye.
as all of these, I always forget traps and you guys' 3rd level max health. As all of these arrows start to just kind of like Ace Ventura, just like just hitting you in random spots. Anybody that was below that 16 is going to take 11 poison damage
Oh.
as they.
Oh. Oh.
And then the hallway just goes nom nom nom. No, just not that part. I really want to do that.
I picture dodging this, blacking out the son of arrows, just like
just punching them.
Did you say 11?
11 points of poison damage.
You just see Decker like kind of like snaking his way through. Yeah, basically doing interpretive dance at this point.
Yeah.
I look like Squidward.
As I'm getting like, I'm like pushing past the 2 front ones to be like, I'm looking for shit now.
So with
Read nerd do 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 do.
Jeremy, this is gonna take your call because of that balm of peace thing. Like I could just run around and keep healing everyone for 2d6 too.
What?
Wait, what was that?
Do it.
The balm of peace move, it says that as an action you can move up to your speed without provoking opportunity attacks, and when you move within 5 feet of another creature during this action, you can restore 2d6 plus 2 HP to that creature. A creature can receive
To one person, but it's not like everybody you run by. One person of your choice, or is it literally you can just heal everybody?
It says anytime you move
Jess is like, yes.
5 feet of another creature during this action, you can restore 2d6 plus 2 hit points to that creature.
Well, heck yeah, like a football player running down and smacking the hands of all the people. Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with it if it says you can do it. Well, maybe I'll nerf it if it's every turn.
If this is going to be considered one action, I can heal everyone for 2d6, or if I can only use up to 2d6 plus 2 in that pool of time.
And it's just an action with no refresh on long rest?
Yeah, there's no... well, it's a channel divinity, so I don't know if that...
No, let's just say, you can do it. No problem. You peaceful Joffrey, man, you know how to heal. You know how to heal. Just run by and you get 2d6 plus 2. You do!
So I
feels is Joffrey.
I run around in 2d6 plus 2 everyone. Which that means I have to actually do that. Oops.
How many times can you do that?
say,
Well,
It's
what's
a channel.
is channel divinity something you can only use
Once
3
a
times,
day.
I think.
Yeah.
Or once a day.
so here's
Oh,
what I
wait,
would
as a cleric, you can do it 3 times.
what I would say is if you made the character on D&D Beyond, it'll probably tell you how many uses you have.
Yeah.
It'll have like...
Well, but yeah, as you go by, you do give them the 2d6. Are you gonna roll it, or you want everybody else to roll it?
I mean, I can just roll it once. That was 12 total.
Cool. So everybody that took damage, which I think is only 1. Go ahead and read.
They only one.
No,
Wait,
it was everybody did except for 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can do it once until you finish a short or long rest.
Do this how many times?
Once until you finish a short or long rest.
Oh, so I could only use that once.
Yeah.
That makes way more sense.
Oh, that was good use. I mean, that was a lot of damage for your 3rd level little.
Yep.
So running by, slapping the shoulders, doing the peace fist.
Yeah, I don't know why D&D Beyond doesn't have the little box there, but
Yeah.
that's right.
Once again, proving yourself most useful.
Alrighty. So as you run by and you give everybody his healies and their feelies, heading forward, you notice a similar dim blue light at the bottom of this slight declination, and you do notice that the slats that as you guys are walking down, they start to fold up, closing off behind you, pushing you further down into this room. As you guys walk into this room, a similar room as you guys have seen before, a similar lock in the center of it. Who would like to press the riddle lock this time?
I do it.
Nobody. We end.
Oh no.
What does
I
it?
walk up and
Foot.
I I put my foot out, no, my hand on it.
All right, I'm gonna really cast the.
Foot. I mean hand.
Guidance.
Please, please, please.
Can guidance? Hang on. Can guidance stack? Like if he casts guidance and I cast guidance, does that
The
get
D8.
2d4?
I don't know if it stacks or not.
Well, I'll assume it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I guess they could because multiple creatures can get concentration, like multiple concentration spells, but one creature can't cast multiple concentration spells. So yeah, maybe I guess so.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll say it
maybe.
stacks. Let's say we'll let it stack.
All right. Well then,
Make it nice and
I trust you to understand this riddle.
And I also press his face with my palm of my hand.
I like how like the two of
Thank
us,
you.
very tall people to him, are just touching him, like we're putting our like.
All right, so yeah, we'll give you 2d4.
Okay.
Yeah, for the guidance check.
That we don't even get to use for these riddles. But
It's like
yeah,
we're
maybe if you could finish it in less than a minute, maybe you can use it in the 3 seconds afterwards.
we're just like fondling him, just like you can do this.
yeah,
I believe in you. So as like again, the cacophonous whispering finally assembles itself into a coherent statement, you hear, "I live beneath a roof. I never seem to dry. If you would only hold me, I swear I will not tell a lie. Who am I?"
Can you repeat that again?
I say
live-
that word for word perfectly to the group.
Orc.
Just like say my son's name, Eric. I live beneath a roof. I never seem to dry. If you would only hold me, I swear I will not lie. What am I?
live beneath the roof. I never seen.
What am I? Smash cuts back to the announcer. Come on!
Man, this guy was real calm until death was on the line.
I don't know what you just did with your eyes there, but it was fantastic.
We'll screenshot it and put it on our Instagram at Arcane Archives.
I live
Man.
beneath a roof.
Not only is my character dumb, but I dumb because I have no idea dumb.
No idea. I live beneath a roof. I never seem to dry.
Vora heard it as well.
What
The
was it?
riddle. I live beneath a roof. I never seem to dry. If you would only hold me, I swear I will not lie. What am I?
Ah.
Cuts back to the
Well.
announcer. Yes, they're fucked!
Well, lie has many meanings. One of them is to tell a not truth, and then the other is to lie down on the ground.
Lie is also a ingredient in something. LYE.
Orc have roof.
I take that.
Orc
I
don't
never
lie.
it could
Never
mean
seem to dry.
that it never sits still, that you can't hold it. Water is wet, but
Doesn't live beneath. It
It
doesn't
doesn't
live beneath the roof.
unless it's maybe bath water.
It was bath water.
Oh, that was a thought that crossed my mind. I was like, what if it's like a bath?
You got it right. It was bath water. It's not bath
The
water.
sun, footsteps, bathwater.
Delphi.
Since we'll do it this way, since you have 2d4 guidance, I want you to make a because it probably would have ran out pretty close to now, but so we can not that you guys can't just keep chucking it at people, but go ahead and make an intelligence check for me. It's a straight roll, and then you
Yay.
With 2d4, right?
if he wants to add it.
We asked each other if we could do like support rolls or anything, but we didn't ask if anyone was going to be intelligent. That was
Was our mistake?
I live beneath a roof.
So-
I never seem to dry.
I rolled a 4. +2. +2.
I live beneath a roof.
that's 10,
Was-
right?
I live beneath a roof.
8.
That's 8.
I never will dry. Sorry.
Towel?
Never seemed to dry.
Never seemed to dry. What was the part before I will never lie?
If you would
Pick me
only
up.
hold me.
If you would only hold.
So as you're thinking about
towel?
it, Foot, you're just like, man,
Yeah, I
I'm
thought about
so
that too.
orc.
Because you lie a
So
towel
orc.
down on the floor to clean up spills, it never seems to dry, and they're always in the house. Fuck, that's all I can.
As you guys are all sitting here pondering the idea, as you start to hear the creaking of the stone, anticipating what might happen, I want you all to make a perception check for me, please.
Dude, I love luck. God, this is such a great feat.
I hate luck.
How many natural ones are you rolling?
I've rolled 3 so far. No, 4 so far. And
Anybody
it's-
below
you-
10?
Do you have it? Isn't it like
I
once
got
per
an 8.
day?
No,
My
it's
passive
every
perception
every
is not
single
below
one I can
10.
re-roll.
Yeah,
But
true.
as everybody's kind of like using this, I'm doing a roll for it. So anybody,
8.
everybody below 10, you do not notice this sensation. But anybody 10 and above, you notice that ring wherever you may have stuck it is starting to warm, and you feel like a slight vibration, like those pens that people would trick you when you're in middle school and they had nothing better to do. Except to feel it warm.
So I
As it
have my
comes back to
hand.
the- yeah, go ahead.
I have my hand on the orb, and then I stare at my ring.
Nothing seems to happen. As it cuts back to the announcer, are the rings going to be used? Well, if they die here, then what's this all for? And actually, so who got below 10?
Me.
Awesome.
Oh wow.
Just
Goddamn!
me
So
and Eddie.
it went from a dice roll to a coin toss. Okay.
Wait, I didn't roll below 10.
No, I'm saying like I meant like I was gonna roll a dice to see who this would go to, but there's only 2 of you that didn't fail, so now I went from a dice roll to a coin toss. But Fern,
Never seem to dry.
Different.
as you're just like flexing muscles and you're just like, man, no, these nerds take care of the brain stuff. That's for losers. You notice that ring starts to like Thanos away, just start to like around your bicep, and then you notice this really strange sensation. You're like, man, muscles are sweet. Damn, muscles are sweet. And then you're just like, muscles are, and you start to get really somatically aware of your mouth, and you're like, muscles are, man,
I
I got
hate
muscles
this.
in my mouth. I got I don't know, man. Man,
I have muscles in my mouth.
I got muscles in my mouth.
The tongue.
What happened? I'm so lost.
Oh,
You're
Wow.
so lost?
no! The one R1 home.
I'm sorry. Did you just say that there is a tongue in your mouth?
I got muscles in my mouth.
Yes, that is called a tongue. It is a tongue. It is supposed to stay wet.
Oh, my tongue!
What do you mean?
I'm not thinking about that.
I yell that at the group. My tongue.
Did you bite it?
No sound.
And then I try to flex my tongue.
Do you also work out your tongue?
Oh, don't stop.
They're
No.
leaving.
I look at foot, tongue.
Foot.
I can't believe you figured out.
Foot. No.
No, I have inspiration. My ring evaporated and gave me thought. Tongue.
You think tongue? Oh, tongue
Tongue.
answer. Tongue.
And the lock snap. Oh, the lock snaps. Well done, everybody.
Man, you
The
gave that
box.
to the wrong person.
Done.
So like how he's
The lock snaps.
in the background, and then he just randomly says, "I have muscles in my mouth." Oh, the entire riddle.
He just fucking. I have muscles in my mouth. All right, so as the final, oh my cheeks, as the final riddle, a final riddle lock
Muscles in
snaps,
my
and then
mind.
fades to the heavens. The wall juxtaposed to the one in which you entered actually like, opens up. And you notice it's a really roughly carved cavern, even more so than the one that you guys are walking through. It looks really jagged, and the bottom slats, or the floor as it's commonly called, it just all of a sudden starts to like tilt up section by section as you guys start to slowly lose traction as it aims to kind of dip you down into this tunnel. We're gonna take a quick break, honestly. Let's do a quick break. We're gonna do a quick one, about 10 minutes, but stick around because this is all leading to this. All of the riddles and all of the audience members back home and in the Coliseum are. I have no idea how you guys are gonna get out of this last part, honestly. Like I forgot, like you guys are so low health that one trap almost killed you guys.
We'll
be right back. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Also, thank you, Butterfly Meow, for the follow. Puts
Heck
us
yeah.
one away from 100.
One way from 100. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
But
If we get 100 followers, no matter what the party does, I will TPK them and then bring them back to life and
feel like you're gonna-
TPK them again.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna TPK us anyway.
It's okay. See, I don't want you to die, but the monsters that I roleplay for want you to die. It's a weird.
Specifically for
there's no other DirecTV in your area.
Oh.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. Everybody, hang out. We'll be back in like 10 minutes, and we'll see how the heck these third level party members are gonna getting out of this whole thing. All right, catch you later.
See you soon.
And welcome back to the absolute chaos that will unfold with what I used to call my friends and companion are now just the meat that I will explode with my mind.
And thank you,
Welcome
Jack,
back,
for
everybody.
subscribing for 2 months, or for 4 months.
Yeah, Jag,
Actually,
you
12.
are crazy, and eventually there will be merch down. The merch is coming. Not really. Not really. But thank you very much.
I could run downstairs and make it even worse.
Don't show Jag the merch that we only have for ourselves.
Too late.
That's a rule. Alrighty. So, to hop back in, we last left our adventurers after finishing their third riddle lock with a little help from Muscle Man himself. And after finishing that last riddle lock, an opening opened, as they often do, and the floor had tilted to about a 45-degree angle, sliding our adventurers through the rocky mouth of a cavern, sliding down, and that's where we're gonna pick it back up right there. Sliding down, and it starts to get much more rocky as you guys are trying to either make ways of slowing yourself down. There's nothing really to grab onto as it spits you out onto a platform. And you notice that before you see nothing but lava. Just, you fell in lava, and I did it. TPK.
I thought you said
And-
love, and I was like,
You find a bunch of love, and you die from friendship.
I punched the
But it's
lava.
the only ship that doesn't sink, so that's hard to pass.
Overloaded by friendship.
As actually, just for fun, everybody make a dexterity saving throw to see how well everybody lands. It's only about like a 10-foot fall from where you guys got spat out, but
Can I Superman land?
if you can get 11 or higher,
Can I try and use my mage hand to slow myself down?
yeah, sure, why not?
18.
Would that help me, like, do better? Because
Dirty
I've failed every single dexterity throw thus far.
Yeah, let's say let's say it'll give you a +2 on your roll.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
Oh wait,
20.
did you say Dex?
Yeah, dex save. Anybody below 11?
Oh, I got an advantage.
Awesome.
I rolled the first one was a 1, second one's a 2.
Hell yeah!
Saved
an
your ass
18.
though from the lava.
All right, raise
no,
it.
it's shaped my foot.
Raise the hands who got a below 11. And so we got Joffrey and Foot. So as everybody kind of slides down, if you guys want to go in order and say like some badass way that you land, I'm more than willing to do that. So Jess, as you're sliding down feet first, and you notice that it kind of like scoops you out like a cool half pipe, or it's a cool kicker ramp rather. As you land in this soft ashen dirt, how do you want to land? How do you want to do this?
I like come down the slip and slide and I do a front flip and then I land like Superman style and I look up, and I give like a, and like smoke kind of comes out my nostril.
Right on. That's pretty sweet. Fern, what's your flavor style, Landon?
As I'm falling, I see that she lands using her legs and her fists, and I say, I'm all fists. And I just land with one
Oh my
fist,
God.
and then let myself rock back down and land on my feet.
You do
Strength
that.
check for your shoulder.
I knock her
Superhero
back.
landings.
Yeah.
Really bad on the knees.
You get some like soot and stuff in your eyes, but nothing phases you. Not even yeah. All right,
I have muscles
Foot.
in my eyes.
As you fly down, kind of alarmed and wondering how an orc would do it. As it kind of catches you up, you just kind of do a quick backflip and then just into the dust and the ash as it kind of floats up and slowly settles around you. Joffrey, similarly.
My tusks
I
outweigh
will
my front.
I don't hurt the ground. First off.
Being the ever pacifist you are, not even harming the ground. Not as acrobatic as Foot, but coming down on a hard angle on your hip, and again another plume of ash. Deckard, as you are more graceful, how do you want to do this with your landing?
As I'm falling down, I try to grab like a vine and kind of Indiana Jones style, like, or Tarzan style, like swing, and then kind of kaplunk, maybe landing on Foot.
Nice.
Maybe
Towards
not.
the-
Can't see
Yeah,
it.
towards the edge of the tunnel, you do see one of the last bits of that moss as it almost reaches out to grab you, because I forgot that I put that monster in there, and it reaches out to grab you. As you grab it and you swing back and you land a nice plume of ash as you slowly rise to see the surroundings that I will describe in a moment. John, as you are slithering by, probably taking every single geometric angle and the inclination and speed at which you are traveling, how do you want to exit?
So if you guys remember in the movie Skyfall when James Bond like slides down the elevator and then he gets up and then he like runs onto his feet. So basically I do that. However, he like slides down the elevator and then when it shoots him out, he basically runs onto his feet and he does it very fluidly. So basically that. However, the way I'm doing it is one hand is controlling my mage hand and then my other hand is holding my mage hand. So
I hold my own hand.
yeah, exactly. So like as I run, I'm like holding the hand and then I'm controlling the hand that I'm holding with the other hand. I'm like, oh, thank you. And then I like walk and then I slow down and then I stand.
Need a hand, John? What else to
Nice.
do, John? So yeah, as you
Well,
come to a
thank you.
very,
Thank you.
very, very great, like Jurassic Park. Hello there. As you come to a very graceful, soft, sooty landing, you look up before you, just overwhelmed by the humidity and heat, as you see varying levels of rock, blinding, flowing rivers of magma, random elevations of boulder, and wooden walkways that seem to have been cobbled by whatever may have or what once lived here at the time. This cavern is humongous. It's approximately 40 plus feet, or no, more than that, excuse me. It's probably like 100 feet tall and just like almost like a pocket within a core of a planet. As you guys land on this plinth, make a perception check for me, all of you.
This reminds me of meeting Mephistopheles.
The fuck
21.
6. Lower
Six.
than my passive.
I am
Same.
Trying, I did worse than not.
I should not try.
For
yeah.
headcanon flavor, the reason why you didn't see this carry true is that you were looking around to see if anybody saw how awesome you just looked. It's like, anybody?
Anyone seen the muscles in my mouth?
By the way, I rolled terrible perception, so I did notice carry trues.
That's,
Wow, why is that so difficult to say?
It's not.
Did you know
Um,
what it's supposed to
why.
be?
It's not when you're awesome like me.
You know why.
You know why.
I too am distracted by his glory, and because I rolled a 5.
I rolled
Same.
an 11.
Alrighty.
I'm so
Anybody?
qualified to prove that I rolled that one.
Alrighty.
Oh my
I was
god.
gonna say, was any?
He's
So,
good to be with you.
how many were below a 12? everybody. So the nat 20. So Joffrey, as you land, almost more preoccupied with how much you might have hurt the ground, and get up and dust yourself off. Maybe offer a inner monologue apology to disturbing the peace of the once settled ash. You look up, and you look out. Blinded by the lights and the bubbling and the shooting and the random geysers of magma and lava, as your eyes happen to focus in the center, about 60 feet out ahead of you, you see a mound of ash, and you notice it wriggle and writhe as some of it starts to fall, flaking off like old paint from a house, as you see what appears to be different spikes and horns, and eventually the clawed arms and the wingspan and just the deepest as you see a head pop up with ash fall down, as we see a red dragon
Level
emerge
3.
from
the
its
fuck out.
slumber. I know, that's what I'm saying. So I need you all to roll initiative, please. And if
Should I
we can
switch
get
to
that.
Cam?
While that's happening, I'm just like looking at my book. And Carrie Trues, how long did it take you to perfect that maneuver?
Should I switch the cams, Jezza?
Yeah, we can head over to how is this gonna work? We can head over to roll 20.
Yeah, I mean, whatever I see is what the stream's gonna see. So
You are going to
Yeah,
murder
so
us.
we can switch it
We're
over.
screwed. I have ball bearings, guys. We're good.
all right.
Yeah,
please
that'll
initiative.
save us.
I'll throw him at the dragon.
Girls, I love the Charizard.
Oh, we're so
Okay.
no.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
This
Hold on,
is
I gotta
this
zoom
is
out.
cool.
What was that?
Fine, everything's fine.
Oh my god.
That's awesome. That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, Nick, you can check out your token now.
Yeah.
Oh, Carrie Cruz.
Carrie
Zoom
True.
in.
Yeah, you guys gotta zoom in on Carrie Trues.
Yeah, yeah.
Am
Zoom in on Carrie Trues. Yeah, you're Spoder, man.
Let me-
Oh, I'm
I got-
Spoderman. I didn't know
got-
that's
I
awesome.
gotta show stream these.
I love that up.
And the
Oh, this is
art by June, because she's better than all of us.
Yeah, custom art in like 2 days for Vora.
Actually, I would say probably a total of like 2 hours.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, you're just so cool, aren't you?
Is your character building process making, like, drawing the freaking character?
I dropped my iPad and out this pooped.
Actually, let's
Um,
just kinda outline. Let's ink it, and then let's throw some color and shades.
Alrighty, without further ado, let us get into this very, very low level and probably poor decision making by the DM battle with a. It's not an ancient. It's not an ancient. Okay, It's
I'm
not
just
an
gonna throw
ancient.
this out there. The last one shot that Jeremy ran was a beholder, and he gave us a ring that gave us like resistance to.
It'll give you advantage on any magical attack, which
Yeah.
was literally everything the beholder did.
This one you're like, Arcane and that.
Yeah, I feel like this is Jeremy's revenge against the.
And there's the episode name, Jezza's
Yeah.
Revenge. So here we go.
No, the
20
revenge of Sven.
25 to 20.
20.
22.
Alrighty. So first, Durgan. Then we got Carrie Trues. How dare I almost admit the last name?
I know. If anyone says anything
Pronounced
about mine.
foot.
I'm so happy that we got Carrie Trues, and I can't wait for your stuff. So we got 20 to 15.
17.
17. We got Dirk.
Decker.
Alrighty. So we got 15 to 10.
14.
And
14 is it John?
Yes.
Tapioca. And then we got 10 Vora. And then we got Joffrey and Foot. Where we at?
6.
Oh, I got a 22 at the top.
Hell yeah. Well, let me just slide you in top.
What you wrote? You wrote Dirk or Bentley or whatever his name is twice.
Decker.
What?
Yeah.
No, I said Durgan, like dragons going first.
Oh,
So,
Dirk.
so we got, yeah,
oh.
we got Dragon, Foot, Carrie Trues,
Sweet.
Decker, John, Vora, and now Geoffrey. So, in stream, I already appreciate ahead of time your patience as I learn how to use this. So we're gonna slide this boy onto token layer. Can you see it?
Oh yeah, we can't. Unfortunately.
It's fucking huge. And as you all sit there, either pooping your britches or getting ready to poop its britches, you remember the words of the unnamed announcer, and don't be afraid to look for treasures, because there are many hidden, which is exactly what he said. He didn't say anything different.
Treasures.
Doesn't poop her britches.
Treasures.
Mephistopheles
so-
has not informed me on dragons.
At the top of the order goes the dragon,
Good thing I
as
was
it
pumped.
as it takes as it
All of
one
its
player
legendary
breath.
actions were dead.
I told you we weren't going past 10. It's actually going to. It jumps, and how do I? Here we go. Now it's in tokens. So it is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. As it jumps, does one quick flap of its wings, and then smashes down 2 feet in the back of the magma as it splashes up over its tail, not phasing in at all. And the two slamming in front, it lets out a long, triumphant roar. And it is going to go to Foot.
Good luck.
Well, since the big man's taking his time to grease up his bod, I'm gonna rage, and I'm gonna bust out my my great axe, which is actually just a battle axe to normal people, and rush down the steps.
Yes. Alrighty, you do that. So yeah, you get 30 feet down. Any of those, any of the spots that are 5 feet, you guys can jump over the magma. Anything more than that, we'll do checks for it, of course.
Magma.
I will use my action to jump the lava.
Alrighty, yeah. Using your action, you can make that as long as it's within your 30 feet.
Well, I was gonna use my action to dash, and so my dash would be to jump over the lava and whatever
Sure.
remaining.
Yeah. If it's within a 5 foot span, you guys can make it with your normal movement. But just for the flavor of headcanon, you guys hop over that. I am orc. I am dragon.
That's what literally he's just like, for the orcs.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Well, no, I
Alrighty.
think my rage fall. Does my rage fall? Because I accidentally used it without getting attacked.
Well, we'll see how that fares for Foot. And lubed up and on deck, we have Carrie Trues.
All right, so as I see the dragon come down, I go, "Oh yeah!" And I look Vora straight in the face, and I kick my hands down as my muscles tense up, and I'm gonna cast Enlarge on myself, and I'm gonna double to 6'2", and times my weight by 8, so I weigh 440 pounds. And I go, I can do this for 1 minute. I got 1 minute of playtime.
This is much better.
And then
Bonesaw's ready.
Bonesaw's ready. And then I run right here. And
Alrighty,
then
you do
I
that.
go, I'm coming for you. And then that's it.
Wait, do halflings only have 25 feet of movement?
Yes.
They do.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Wait, now that I'm 6 foot, can I walk 30 feet?
You know what?
Your proportions are the same kind of. I'm guessing
But
so now.
it says I doubled
Same.
in size.
I'd say since we did all the other fun stuff that I won't spoil, we'll say that since you're getting used to your new stature and you don't often live in it, that you're careful not to topple over. Like all of a sudden, like you're not afraid of much, but all of a sudden you're like, this is higher than I normally am.
Okay.
So we'll keep that at 25 feet.
Okay.
So we'll have the rest of that going.
Sounds good.
Carrie Trues moving in on the prowl. We have Deckert,
Alrighty.
followed by John.
So, can I do that? Do you see on my screen?
That is it. Yeah, you can make it to the edge with that. Excuse me, with that 10-foot jump. We're gonna do an athletics check on that one. Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics, please. Plus
Sure.
7.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeet.
You can only do okay if you're not gonna do athletics. You have to do acrobatics, but you have to do a gainer. And I'm gonna put the DC 1 higher.
Deal. Okay, so that's 17 plus 7, 23.
I believe I can fly. I believe. No problem. With style, as if you're pumped to be here. Yeah, you're able to make it over to that corner. When you land with the force, you do notice that a little bit of it breaks off at the edge. Not enough to make it where you're falling into it, but you do
Okay.
notice that the edges of
And
it
then-
are a little rough.
Action. Fuck it. I'm gonna investigate this green thingy on the floor.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and make your investigation check. When it comes to these jumps, just so I can encourage movement and utilizing the areas, I'm just gonna have jumps be part of the movement. So if you reach max 30, and that brings you to a jump, we're just gonna do the jump, just so I can get you guys moving and encourage that movement.
Thank God for luck.
How are you rolling so many natural?
I'm rolling a new die, and it's deciding to fuck me in the ass. So
You know what
said
I'm gonna do?
investigation?
Yes, please.
That is gonna be a 14.
A 14. You've seen these ruins before because you hopped into one to get in this area, so you can deduce that it is a portal. To where it will take you, you do not know. Anything left on your turn? If not, we're gonna move to John.
Yep. You can go. Or hi, is the edge of the thing tall enough to hide behind?
It is not. It's kind of like melting into it, so it's a slope down.
Okay. It's a slope
John,
down,
followed by Vora. Spoderman.
Spooderman.
Sorry. What I am going to do... I could do that first. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I am going to... No, I'll cast that first. I will, So like earlier, I said armor, and then I, cast mage armor myself. This time, I'm going to say more armor, and I'm going to cast armor of I think it's Agathis on myself.
Agathis.
Yeah, however you say
Yeah.
that. And then I have 30 feet of movement, so I will move. Need to get a better push to talk hotkey. I will. Oh, all right.
Backing up to the wall.
No, I want to go in the opposite direction, but my push to talk button is making me shit go wild.
That's fine. If you're gonna end the turn on the movement, so we'll move on to Vora.
Yeah,
If you're
right
gonna-
there, wherever that arrow is pointing. Yeah, go to Vora. All I'm doing is movement.
Cool. Yeah. All right, Vora. Yeah, you get that movement down, and Vora, you see everybody spacing out and planning their plot of attack.
You said is it going to be a action or a bonus action to pull out my weapon?
We'll do bonus action for switching.
Okay, so bonus action, I'm gonna unsheath my giant glaive and kind of smash it in the ground and be like, "Ooh!" And then I'm gonna take
Magma.
off. I'm gonna use my action to dash. Actually, let's see. And is it 5 to diagonal?
Yeah, we'll do 5 as diagonals.
Okay. Then
I realized I couldn't move as far as I thought I could.
30, 35. Do I have to make a check to jump over that?
Nope, that's less than 5 feet. You just make that with your movement.
So 35.
Okay. If you ended it on.
That's where I'm at.
Cool. Just to expedite this, if we're ending turns on movement, go ahead and do your movement, and I'll move on to the next person. So after everybody's in position, we have Joffrey.
Okay, I will move my full movement. I can see how push to talk messes this up. To Spooderman, and I will. Can I move past him to leap? I mean, there's enough room.
You can move through space to get to that edge to jump. Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so let me try to see how far. I think everyone's too far. So I'm going to use dash then to try to get in position for next turn.
Cool. Alrighty. So ending the turn on. Do you have any bonus actions that you want to use for it?
I will cast. Yeah, that's a good idea. A Shield of Faith on myself.
Cool. Shield of Faith in and moving into position. We're going to the top with the Durgan. Durgan is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 25 feet here, and it is going to wind gust as a big flap of his wings pushes force down as it starts to fly 15 feet into the air for the max damage, or for the max damage, for the, for the max movement, and 30 foot, so 5, 10. Who we got here? Foot, and Vora. I need you to make a strength saving throw as this hurricane wind threatens to push you off of your feet.
Come on, 20 strength.
I got a 9 with a +7.
Wait, so 9 in total?
So you rolled a 2.
Yeah. Rolled a
I got a
Alrighty.
14.
No.
14. Foot with the lower center of gravity. Somehow the wind just curls over your shoulders, and any hair that you may have rustles in slow motion. Vora, you get pushed. Vora, you are going to get pushed back 5 feet, and you are going to be taking 1 point of force damage as that concussion hits your chest and moves you back 5 feet. As the dragon flies 15 feet in the air, mind you, and when we're doing any melee attacks, it's going to go to Foot, followed by Carrie Trues.
Name kind of rings. Just saying.
Oh, there we go. I'm running up to that. I'm running up to that dragon,
Get it.
Mind you, it is 15 feet in the air.
and then I cry.
So why would a dragon walk around?
I just tell it to get on down here.
It
Down. Come here. I have javelin. I throw javelin.
Alrighty, go ahead and roll for attack. You pull it out.
I throw javelin go far.
I throw javelin orc.
I throw
Or
orc.
choose javelins.
Does a 9 hit?
It does not. As you look up, disappointed you can't exit a question. Throwing the javelin as it wobbles through the air resistance, just bounces right off of its nail. Dink! And goes flying back, landing pretty close to you, actually. I dropped everything that I own.
I go over to my javelin.
Alrighty. As you run over to the javelin, Carrie Trues.
All right,
Do what you gotta do.
Noticing that my other short friend goes to that green thing, I'm gonna go to this red thing, but I don't care if I know what it does, and I stand on it.
Alrighty.
Do anything?
As well as much as you can possibly stand on it. As you stand on it, you feel the sensation of being pulled through a tube of toothpaste, and you pop up in the top right-hand corner, and yep, and there you are, with only the movement that you needed used
Alright.
for stepping on it.
So that was 10. So I'm gonna go my other 15 to there. And then I really hope this is within range. And he's 15 feet in the air, but I have well enough range. All right, I'm doing it. All right.
Yes.
So as I come through the portal, I jump in the air with one hand forward and the other hand back, and I go, "Ye old spice double odor body blocker wash," and I fly right at it, yelling "Carry Trues," and I cast catapult and launch myself at the dragon.
What? I can't believe the range on that. The range on that is so ridiculous.
That's why it's normally meant for something that's 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Well, all right. my save DC is only 13, and
No,
needs
it's
to
fine.
Make
It's like it's
it needs
fun.
to make
That's
a
why
dex save, which there's no way this will do damage. But
my God.
its dex is +0.
yeah, but it's a 13.
Oh, I just rolled a natural 18.
Well,
So as you go to land, to hit it in some capacity, as its wing beating going down, you actually hit it in the top of its shoulders and push it down 5 feet. But as you do roll off to the side of it, you will take 1 point of falling damage.
okay. I will say that if it matters, the spell does say if it fails, I hit it. So I don't know if I keep going.
That would be fucking great.
It'd be that far.
Into that rock.
I mean, I don't know if I can land like there onto something, but
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna retcon what just happened. Yeah, so you Gary Drews, bam, and just this well over the dragon, and just wham wham, just smacking into the rock. We'll keep the 1 point of fall damage as the bludgeoning damage, as you're gonna be launching yourself and you're gonna be right over here. Dragon remains 15 feet in the air.
All part of Carrie True's plan.
Can't believe how far that makes you move. That's so amazing.
Oh,
Alrighty. Unless you got something else in your pocket, we're gonna move over to Deckard.
I had to make a concentration check because I took damage.
Oh, for your enlarge.
Yes. I'm fine. For my
still
1
big.
damage.
So big.
Still big.
Just imagining someone like putting pricking you with a needle, and then you just becoming smaller.
Yeah. Deckard, what you got for me?
Alrighty, 5 feet into the green mysterious portal.
As you jump into the mysterious portal, you feel your brains being sucked through the bottom of your shoes as woof, as you pop
Alrighty.
up next in this area. Smell of bones.
Okay.
You smell bones. You smell bones.
Fuck it. 15 jump. Can I get hide behind this rock right here?
That is a staircase.
Oh. That makes sense, huh? Fuck, how do I get across that?
You can jump that way if you're trying to jump there. Yeah, 20 feet. Is that your max movement?
Yeah, that'd be max movement.
Yeah. No, just put yourself at the bottom of the stairs like that. Like I said, if your turn either ends where you want to jump or ends where you're going to jump, you can get there.
Okay.
As long as the gap's not more than 5 feet.
Is there anything to hide behind?
Your emotions.
Or can I have sneak attack damage because it doesn't see me?
You know what? Let's see. It's actually pretty preoccupied with the person that threw a javelin at it and the guy that just fucking launched over it. So,
well, sick, because now
it's not aware of you, or it's not paying attention to you at least.
little crossbow. Pew!
All right, go ahead and roll the hit.
Okay, Niff. I mean,
Little crossbow? What do you mean?
Bolt soars through the hot magma air.
Plus 5.
Smells like bones.
13?
13 just misses.
Oh.
As that bolt, again, the hardened scale of the younger, but still dragon, just ricochets right off the top of it, and you see it sailing into the abyss. Just perpetual motion, just never slows down. Bing! It's gone. Alrighty. John, you're up, followed by Vora. Get a game plan. What you doing, John?
shit, I'm not used to being called John. Sorry.
Nicholas, your name's John.
Sorry. I am
That'd be okay.
going to turn to the dragon, and by the way, you're gonna wonder why I'm able to have vicious mockery. Well, it's because of a thing I took. Anyways, so as a warlock.
I saw a halfling double his size and shoot himself 90 feet, so I'm okay
Yeah.
with what's going on
Okay,
here.
fair enough. If anyone's wondering, so as a as a warlock, I'm just like to the dragon. I'm like, you're nothing compared to the beasts of Mephistopheles, as my insult for vicious mockery. And then I'm going to walk over to the bones that are nearby Ishmi to see if there's anything over there. But yeah, it's a saving
Bones.
throw.
What's it got to be? Oof, probably not that. Probably not that. Oh yeah, what's the save?
Oh, sorry, it's wisdom saving throw 13.
Oh yeah, it's got no wisdom. That's a 4.
Nice.
So
I
as
was
it's like
totally
it's
not
flying
expecting
and
that.
looks, it's like, I don't know who that is, but yeah, I am.
All right. Oh, why am I using that D4? I want to use this D4. All right. Got to see if there's any addition to it. No,
just the
there is
D4.
not. That is 1 psychic damage.
Hell yeah. First damage to the dragon.
Oh,
As it's-
and on its next turn, it has disadvantage on the next attack roll. It makes before.
Cool.
Sorry, on the next attack roll, it makes before the end of its next turn.
Gotcha. Disadvantage on the next one. Vora. Oh, and any movement you want to use too, but we'll move on to Vora unless you got a bonus action or something crazy.
Okay. Am I prone?
No. It just pushed you back. It did not push you
Okay.
flat to your back.
Okay. Then I am going to bonus action rage. Grow. How much do you grow when you rage? Like an extra foot? I'm at 7'2" now.
I'm
Okay.
also Durgan.
I am going to take my glaive, and in my rage, I am going to
It's 15 feet in the air.
5, 10, 15, and then I'm gonna do like a long jump, like a running start jump. And I'm gonna take my glaive and I'm gonna try to like stab it in the neck.
Alrighty, so yeah, as you go to make this attack, make an acrobatics check for me, please, and then we'll see if we're gonna roll the hit.
Athletics.
Sure, yeah, athletics or acrobatics, that works. We got Joffrey up on deck.
So acrobatics would have been 21. Athletics is a 26.
Yeah, no problem. Almost like as you're running, you like pole vault off of it, and then like the amount of air you get, you like flip it around again, and you go to stab it in the bottom of its foot. Go ahead and roll for attack. Or roll to hit, rather.
That's gonna be a 13.
13 just misses as you kind of go up, and you don't get it with the blade, but you like smack it with the wood, and it doesn't seem to affect it very much.
Okay, so this would be kind of like up to you. Do I just like come down after my like long jump to try to hit it, or can I try to like grab onto this thing?
As you go to, okay, well, describe to me. Let's see. Describe to me how if you're going to be glaving it and miss, how would you grab onto it right after that?
Be taking like a long jumping two-handed glaive. If I miss, then I would kind of hang or hold on to the glaive with one hand while so I don't drop it, and then try to grab onto like something on the dragon with my other arm.
Let's see if it works. As convincing an argument as I've ever heard. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. While you're making that check, Joffrey, where we at?
Okay, I'm going to move up 10 feet. If I can get there. 10 feet, and then I will cast Molding Bond on Foot and Jess's Vora. That is going to, so long as both of you guys stay within 30 feet of each other, then you can roll a d4 to add to your attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. And that'll last for 10 minutes.
Does
Nice.
it? So if I leave that 30 feet and then like come back into it, does that does it reactivate?
It seems like it because the wording is create a magical bond among them for 10 minutes. While any bonded creature is within 30 feet of one another once per turn, they can roll a d4.
Yeah, I'd say that it would stick. It wouldn't just like neglect it once you guys left the area.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
What was a roll for your jump real quick, Jess?
Well,
Okay.
And I don't know if I can do this next, but I kind of want to look out. I don't know if my character knows anything about dragons and stashes. Is that a common?
Dragons are mythical lore. What are you trying to find out about it?
Well, I know that we're here for a gem, and I don't want to fight anything. I just want to get this over with. So
You would yeah, go ahead and make a Make a history check for me. Jess, as you ran up to grab that foot, you almost like catch the cuticle for a second, and then just with your nails claw its nail as you fall back on your feet to the ground.
Okay.
I'm not intelligent.
An 8.
Mhm.
You know that dragons like nice things, but you're not sure where they would specifically keep it.
But I guess logically, I would just look for any sort of stash or compartment or hidden area if I can look out for that, or if I have to wait till next turn. That's fine.
Sure. Was that spell a bonus or a main?
It's a main.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do the check for the next turn if you want to look for a specific area from where you are, or if you move closer and want to look.
Well, I'm gonna move the rest of my movement to Spoderman.
Alrighty. So after after Joffrey, we got Durgan. As Durgan flies another 5 feet up, making that a total of 20. As it's looking down and realizing these puny things are trying to get to it, you just see its head reel back. You hear a deep and you just see this blinding light of a big hot fire breath. I'm gonna need Vora and Foot to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
I get advantage on this for danger sense.
Yes, you do.
Yeah? Okay. Thanks, barbarian friends.
Got you.
Just like imagining the base hitting.
And then you guys get the bonuses for what Joffrey put too, right? That was 2 rolls that they get.
Well, that's how you want to judge. It says once per turn. So does that mean they can only use it for saving throws on their turn, or is it like they use it?
I would consider it like a reaction, where like if you use it, then you don't get it on your turn to be able to, or like you know what I mean. So like you can choose to use it either now or on your guys' actual turn. I'll say.
I'm not going to use it because I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, bam, 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 bam. What about you, Foot? What we got?
18.
18. Alrighty. So as it looks down and tries to get a big old nasty hot fire breath, with Vora basically being under its belly, it deflects over and can't quite hit you. Foot, as you aim down, it actually curls down with the heat matching from the floor and making this weird barrier where it actually goes right above you. And yeah, you guys aren't good. So it's actually going to, with its 5 feet moving up, it's going to now move 10 feet or 15 feet over. And
Opportunity of attack.
it flew 20 feet up and it was already 15 feet above your head, so it wasn't technically in your melee range. Unless the glaive, does it give you over 10 feet? I know it extends.
It extends reach, which I assume is 10 feet. So.
Yeah, so it wasn't technically in your range because it was already 15 feet above you, but it's going to move over here and actually start to hover 5 feet down. It's looking like it's getting like kind of winded from just constantly being up there and flapping around. So after Dragon, it goes to Foot, followed by Carrie Trues.
Well, hell.
It is now 10 feet off the ground, and you do have your javelin now.
Yeah, I'll pick up my javelin and chuck it at it. That's 14.
14 hits. Go ahead and roll damage as you stand up and grab it and get another whip at it. It seems to find purchase right in between its toes in the soft spot as you hear it reel back. Ow! Oh God!
Oh God!
Not between my toes. There's no armor there.
What you got, Foot?
Yeah, what you got? What you?
I'm working on my D&D Beyond.
I'm doing math.
Doing math.
Doing math.
That's gonna be 6 damage.
All right. Yeah, so that javelin actually sticking in there, almost making a like ladder rung, wink, wink, encouragement, right in between its toes. We got a bonus to pick it up, action to throw. You got movement left.
What was the
Yeah, I'm gonna.
What?
There's a javelin that's
The javelin has like a ladder rung. Oh yeah.
Someone could jump off.
You can watch the stream next Friday or this Tuesday when we put it up.
I will use my movement to get closer so you can move on.
Alrighty, so after you finish that movement, we got Carrie Trues, followed by Deckert.
All right. Well, here's what I'm gonna try to do, and if he makes his save again, I'm just flying 90 feet past him again. but I'm like Neo. I'm gonna crouch down and see the ground ripple below me, and I'm gonna go carry trues. But what I'm gonna try to do is hope the fact that I weigh 440 pounds now is I'm gonna try to like just onto his neck and just bring him down with me and hope his wings aren't strong enough for the extra almost 500 pounds.
Oh man, I love making halflings OP.
Dexterity save or I 90 feet past
he's
him
just
again.
fucking.
Yeah. And I go carry trues.
That's cocked. That's cocked. It'd have been a 5 or a 13, but it was pretty bad and cocked. I would. It was natural 20. So.
All right, so however you want. All right, so 90 feet.
Well, this side. This is what I'm gonna do for this one, since you're a lot closer to it, and you weren't just Hail Marying from 80 feet off. Is you were going to hit it. Roll me with the trajectory and the weight. Go ahead and roll me 2d6 for just bludgeoning damage. We're gonna put that.
I was gonna say that I was okay flying past because I was just gonna be like, fuck it, I will look where it was sleeping, if that's okay. Next turn, or I can hit it. I'm fine either way.
Well, just my thought process is this is a pretty big dragon, and if you were like directly underneath it, unless you just like misfired. Yeah,
So
that's kind of what I'm thinking. So if you probably couldn't
um,
tackle the neck, but yeah, 2d6 against it, and then I'm gonna do 1d6 against you. Just from just being like, wham! So seven, yeah, seven off. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, then a 1d6 bludgeoning for yourself. You just hit it right in the gut, and oh no!
What was my damage?
Oh yeah, I'll roll it. 1.
Woo!
You were surprised? Yeah, you're dead for only taking 1 on bludgeoning. Alrighty, so
I mean,
what you got?
So am I under it now?
Yeah, well, I'll put you right at the edge right there. Yeah.
Okay. I mean that was my action, and then I don't got a bonus, so I guess for my movement, if I don't know if I can move like this under him or not, because he's in the air, right?
Yeah, he's still flying, so
10,
you can move
15,
underneath him like that.
20,
That's fine.
25, and then next turn I'm gonna try to Ant-Man Thanos him. Just
That sounds good. All right, Decker, you are up, followed by Tapioca John Nick.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna go up to the edge of this this area right here, and I'm gonna look over to this area. I'm trying to think what it's called, like this rock formation. When I my character. So that's 25, and I was wondering, can I see as my action? Can I see anything that is worthwhile over there? Is there like a chest or something on that rock?
Make a quick perception check with the craziness of the dragon going around.
Fair enough. That's not amazing. 14.
14. Yeah, you do notice that it looks pretty dusty. It almost blended in with the rock at the first glance of an eye, but you notice that there is some sort of chest on that rock.
Okay, that's my action. Bonus action. There's nothing to hide behind. Just wait.
Nope. Yeah, you just wait up in the air. All right. So after now we got John, followed by Vora.
So this time, so if I investigated these bones, that would be my action. In that case, No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use I'm gonna use Chill Touch, and so that means I rolled to hit. So what you guys would see me do is I would take very similar to how I was using Mage Hand, but instead of Mage Hand, I was like, feel the grasp, or that wasn't the right voice. Feel the grasp of death. And then like this skeletal hand like coming down and reaching for the dragon.
E.T.'s coming at you.
You want Aylar on us?
Yeah. The wrath of death. So that is plus. I'm forgetting my plus to hit. There we go. 5. So 15.
15 the 15 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage for that one.
All right.
This skeletal hand just comes down like the head massagers, but just.
Oh. This is why I use a dice tumbler so it doesn't fall off the table.
Close your hands.
Hell. Well, now that's what I'm doing.
Cuban's been doing it for years. There you go. Look at that. You look beautiful. Don't use a tumbler.
I don't think there's any plus to it, so that's 3 necrotic damage, and
Oof.
I don't think it's going to do this, but it can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn. And until then, there's this skeletal hand clinging to it.
It tries to drink a health potion, and then like it drops it. Oh!
The skeletal hand is like, thank you, I'll take that.
I'll drink that. It falls through the bones. Alrighty. If you got movement left over, go ahead and do the move. We'll move on to Vora.
Okay, so after it attempting to like attack me with its fire breath, I want to like, kind of land in the ground, like set my glaive, like stick my glaive in the ground, and I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm gonna use my breath weapon, which is a 30-foot line, like a 5-foot by 30-foot line. So I think it should not hit any of my allies.
30 foot by 30 foot.
No, like it's like a 30-foot line, and it's like
Oh.
5 foot wide.
Oh yeah, you'd be fine. I thought it was just like this.
Yeah.
It's like
No.
it's like Tazrin,
Um,
where it's like
Oh yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and roll the hit. Or is it a dex save?
It is a dex save, and it's like as I like kind of smash, like kind of just like stand my glaive up real quick, and I let loose this breath. It's like this hot, pink, steamy acid that just like kind of shoots it in the face.
Do you hear Avril Lavigne as it passes by?
Probably.
Oof. Without mods, it's 19.
Okay, so it takes half.
Alrighty. Does it just like
but
splashes off of it?
Plus half of 3.
We'll do 2. As it hits it and starts, you sort of smell the flesh and the iron hide of this dragon start to smell pretty good, actually.
There you go. At least I hit you. And then I will prepare myself to grab my glaive again.
Alrighty. Joffrey. And then top of the order.
Yeah, can I see Terry 2 beneath the dragon? Like,
Yeah.
sight on
Terry
him?
2's.
Yeah, the dragon's 10 feet in the air. You can see underneath him and see Carrie
Oh,
Trues.
So I will cast Sanctuary on him then.
Nice.
Which does is I ward you for 1 minute, and until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or harmful spell must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they have to choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Awesome.
Is that would that negate the concentration that you gave to Foot and Vora?
That is not concentration. That's an
Oh,
act.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And neither is Sanctuary a concentration spell.
Damn. Right
Yeah.
on.
The only thing I have concentrated right now is Shield of Faith. But yeah, so you would benefit from that. That's a bonus action. So as my main action, what I was trying to do was maybe like perception or like just scan the whole area if I can for the whole.
Yeah, since that was a bonus action, go ahead and use an investigation as you're you're almost like with half of a brain doing the sanctuary on them while simultaneously, like, just because you're so peaceful. You can just do so many brain with peaceful.
As long as no one gets hurt. Great. 8.
8.
Jeez.
Nothing immediately pops out to you with the chaos unfolding in front of you.
Okay. Can I perceive any cover? I'm guessing it's pretty vacant over here. So
With it flying 10 feet in the air, the little bit of cover you'd have would be standing under that bridge.
okay, I will use the rest of my movement, I think, to be here. And
Nice. And then we're going to go to the Dorgan. Dorgan is going to move 5 feet over here, being a little winded from constantly having to flap its wings after a long time of not flapping its wings. It's going to move 10 feet over. It's going to drop
No,
10.
No.
It's going to drop 10 feet down,
No. It doesn't.
and then it's going to reel back.
Yeah.
And the irony that it was tired, it's going to do a wing attack as it reels back and just slams its hands forward. So it's going to be attacking Carrie True, so it needs to make.
doesn't, because you're doing an AoE attack. It's non-specific, so he doesn't actually get the benefit, right?
I mean, if it says the wording just says if they're being attacked.
No, it says
If you're targeted by it.
This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects such as the explosion.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Alrighty.
I tell it to just bite me.
Bite me.
Yeah, probably not.
Alrighty.
Saver.
Alrighty, so I'm going to need Vora, Foot, and Carry True, so please make a strength saving throw
Good
as
thing
the
I'm a
hurricane force winds
Buffalo.
hits you in the chest.
Jess, are you raging? You get advantage.
Oh,
On strength saves?
God.
Nice.
12.
Yes.
It didn't really help me all that much.
Don't forget the D4s either if you need them.
I
Oh
might
wait,
do
yeah, are we
that.
close enough? Yeah, we get a D4 as
Yeah.
well. Oh wait, I don't even actually need to use it.
I don't even need to be special.
Because I'm fucking sick.
Okay, so I rolled a 5 plus 7 plus I rolled a 4 thanks to Josh. So
16.
Is it higher than 13?
Yeah.
All right. So who got 13 or less than 13? Anybody?
Oh, a 12.
Nope, I got a 23.
And just so you are going to be getting pushed back. What is happening here? Oops. Yeah, you're gonna be getting pushed back 5 feet. Jeez, only taking one. You just been getting ones all across the board. Yeah, one force. You were not gonna be getting pushed back, but you're gonna be getting.
I rolled a 1 and I accidentally hit the 2 twice somehow, so I was taking 122 damage.
Yeah, so both of you standing your ground in the wind with your aerodynamic chests just carves around you. Carry True's this hulking mass of just pure man. Gets pushed back 5 feet and takes 1 force point of
You
damage.
Take damage in D&D, only take 1. Be a man.
after Dragon, we got Foot, and then we got Carry True's.
So he's on the ground now?
He is on the ground now.
Oh, I bust his ass right after him.
I bust.
And I'm
I
making
put right in his ass.
I'm using my frenzy rage as a bonus action, so I get to make 2 attacks.
Nice. Yeah, go ahead, roll a hit.
Okay, the first one is a number,
Hits.
and that number is 22.
Definitely hits.
The second one, natural 20.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Yeah, so you can either choose to explode or double. But yeah, definitely as it finally lands, just in the middle of it doing the wing attack, you run straight through that gust of wind and just start chopping at its feet.
I will explode.
Right on. Yeah, give it the damage.
Sweat.
All right, so what is exploding exactly? I always forget this.
Well, whatever the damage that you're rolling, if you roll the highest on that die, you get to re-roll that one again. And if you
Okay.
roll, so if it's like if you're rolling d6s, if one is at 6, you roll it again until you don't get 6s anymore.
And you roll double
But-
the die.
Oh, and you roll double.
I rolled 2 7s.
Ooh.
So that's
Yeah.
14. So wait, yeah, 28 plus 2 is 30, plus another 2 from my rage is 32 damage.
32
Nice.
damage.
Yeah.
What?
Nice.
Hang
yeah,
on, did you just
as you chop this Durgan's tones, it's just like, like it brings his foot up.
Oh, this
And it
dragon's
shoots
really
out
human,
fire
man.
like a insubordinate Charizard.
You chop its toes.
Oh no,
You
no, I'm
don't-
sorry. I fucked up. I doubled
Yeah.
both of them. I only should have doubled one.
Okay.
So yeah, I did that bad.
Yeah.
That's wrong. So it was 7 plus 14 is 21
Still.
plus 2
So yeah.
or plus 4. So 20
So 25.
25 damage.
That's
Sorry
still
about
crazy. I don't trust you anymore.
I don't trust
damn.
myself.
It still all happens. Choppa choppa, blasta blasta. Anything else you got, or we're gonna move on to Carry Trues.
Very
Oh, yeah,
true.
staying right there, and I'm gonna tell that dragon, your mother's eggs were delicious.
I'm a one of a kind. Deckard, or excuse me, Carry Trues. Deckard, you are on deck.
Can I move
Think we're
30
gonna-
feet, or is it forever going to be 25?
Well, I mean, did you already use all your catapults?
No, I have 2 more.
Yeah, I said like once you finish your catapults, if you're still enlarged and it hasn't run out by that point, we'll give you the extra 5 feet of movement. For now, it'll be 20 while you have catapult going
Well,
on.
that's full movement. I want to search this area. Carrie Trues looks back and he's like, Carrie Trues will be back. I still got you for 30 seconds of playtime. And
Alrighty.
I want to look for a gem that is beauty that is beguiling me.
Alrighty, go ahead and make an investigation check as you just hear look in the background.
He
And-
knew.
Yeah, man,
He knew what he
things are
was doing.
delicious.
16.
16. All right. So yeah, as you run by, even with just like the constant gusts of wind of the dragon's wings, and ash constantly blowing around, you see a glint next to what appears to be an old skull of some bright flash, almost like a light reflected off a mirror, like right in the back of your eyes for a quick second. You don't see the glint again as the ash is whipping around, but you saw where it was.
Where is
And-
the glint?
It was right there, as where I'm pinging on roll 20.
I tell no
Can't-
one.
I tell no one.
Wait, hold on. Get out of here, Cade. You didn't even see it.
You just see Cade's like, how far is it?
Alright, well then I'm gonna dash to it.
Wait.
Use my action to dash.
Oh, is perception a bonus action?
No, I use my action to investigate. Oh, wait, damn it.
Wait, you're not a rogue. You did bonus action dash?
Wait, what? I do that?
Alright, so
Alright, that's my turn.
yeah, Decker, we got you on deck. As you notice, Carrie Trues, or no, you're looking at that chest across
Yeah,
the way.
I'm sprinting all the way there.
Alrighty, as you sprint all the way there. Yeah, you do notice as the wind's whipping around, you do see more of the outline of a chest. Do you open it?
Fuck it,
Do
yeah.
you open it?
Do it.
Kaboom!
What's
As you-
behind?
Mimic!
Yeah, yes, I wouldn't do that to you guys. I already threw a dragon at you. Everything's in my bag. As you pop it open, you find 2 ruby red bottles filled with a dark,
Ooh.
viscous liquid. You find 2 normal healing potions,
Nice.
and you have them in real life.
Nice.
Alrighty, so as you pocket those, do you have anything else? If not, we're gonna move to John, the science man, Taylor.
What I'm going to do is I'm kind of looking over at that portal there, and I kind of look up at the dragon. I'm like, yes, and I kind of point my finger at it, and I'm like, bang, and I shoot an eldritch blast at it.
Nice.
Man.
I believe it's pronounced Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I didn't hear it right.
Eldritch blast.
Was that Severus Snape trying to do a southern accent?
Yep.
Well, that does not hit. I don't think. That's 8. 8. Yeah, 8.
8 definitely does it. So as you turn, you go bang. You just hit this light, and then just like
Well,
doesn't quite get
I'll
there.
have to try that again. Anyhow, what does this do? And then I step into the portal.
And as you feel your shoes being sucked through your brain, and
What?
it smells like bones.
All right. And now I would have.
Last time it was brains through the shoes. This time it's shoes through the brains.
Do I? Well, I don't know. I wouldn't have time to investigate the bones. I kind of. I'll step over to the bones then, and I'll investigate them next turn. I think someone's
Sure.
already done that, but it's fine.
Nobody's investigated those bones.
Oh.
So after that, we had Vora, followed by Joffrey.
All right. 2, 5, 10, 15. Is it on the ground?
It is on the ground. It's currently, yeah, it's
Hack it up.
Okay. I would have grabbed my glaive. So if that's a bonus action, that's fine.
to rip it out of its toe.
No, I just.
Oh, to get it off out of the ground.
I
Yeah,
set
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
down. So yeah, bonus action. Grab my glaive.
Did you use all your movement, Jess?
No.
You should get adjacent so you can have advantage. Just a quick barbarian tip.
Help me, barbarian tips. What do you mean?
Barbarian
So
tips.
like directly across from me, if you have the movement to get like adjacent from me, so you can have advantage for what's the word I'm looking for?
Where I'm
Flanking? Or is
Flanking.
that like an
thank you.
actual?
So this
Okay.
is 10,
Flanking.
15, 20, 25.
Right there.
Yep. You can, yeah, right there's good for flanking.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll do that.
So yeah, go chop at it
Thanks,
for
barbarian
advantage.
tips. Okay, then yeah, I'm gonna try to like poke it in the butt with my glaive.
Was it normal or greater healing?
Normal.
Alright.
the dragon's gonna need it after these butt pokes.
So I get advantage. Is that the thing?
Yeah, you get advantage on the rolls.
Okay.
Yep.
Why am I wearing 2 leggings?
So you can walk.
Okay.
Well,
So
I
with
wanted to.
advantage, it's
So
a
hot in this room.
22.
22 definitely hits as you carve up its hindside.
So then you're gonna take your roll. So say your damage, then you add your weapon bonus, and then you add your rage bonus on top of that.
Which is like a +2. Okay.
Correct.
Eddie, what would I do without you?
Not good advantage.
Be a
Not
sad
play,
barbarian.
play a really bad barbarian.
Be weaker than Carrie Trues.
Remember,
be weaker than
Joffrey were
Carrie.
after Vora.
Very true.
Bad Barian.
He'd be a bad barbarian.
Be a bad barbarian. Okay. Okay, so that's 4 plus 5, which is 9, plus 2 is 11.
Dang. Alrighty, carving up its backside. This thing like,
Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
Are you actually aiming at its anus?
yeah. Not unless if it gives me a disadvantage, then no. But
Well, I mean, it does have a tail, and it's not just like, I believe I could fly. He's not just like lifted its tail for you.
and it's like just the general rear area. If I
You're
happen to
chopping
eat
up
right in
its
the beehole,
jacksie.
sure.
You chopping
Peg
up
that
its
dragon.
jacksie. So as you
Peg
do,
that dragon.
as you glaive up its side, it's lifting its foot after it's being stabbed. As it puts it down, just a glaive comes up its right hand side of its buttocks. What else you got?
Okay, so I use my bonus action to pick up my glaive. I just use most of my movement and my attack. That's it. I'm gonna stand here and I'm just gonna snort some smoke at it.
It's gonna snort. Just gonna do it. Snort some coke at it. Stare at it.
Which type of dragonborn are you again?
Aura.
Acid.
Are you
She's
red
acid.
or are you?
I'm black.
Black.
Oh, okay. Then you're black dragons are better than red ones.
Alrighty. After Vora, we got Joffrey,
All right.
followed
so
by Durgan.
I'm gonna send. I'm gonna expend a second level spell slot, my last one, to piss everyone off, and I'm going to cast Calm Emotions on the center of the dragon, and I'm gonna tell everyone that all this fighting needs to stop. It's completely useless. We can do this without fighting. We can all win, and I need the dragon, Vora, and Foot to make a wisdom saving throw.
I hope the dragon saves the
Son
other
of a
team.
bitch.
Don't
Saves.
the other way around. Yeah. Hope the dragon
Uh,
doesn't. Yeah.
18
Is this
plus
a
0.
charm? Is this a charm effect?
It's a 21.
21 saves.
Is it a charm effect?
It is a charm effect.
I'm immune because I am frenzy raged.
All right, so I just uselessly
I
cast
want to come down.
Fuck you, I'm Richard!
Dude, it's so hot this room.
So yeah, everyone does that,
Yeah,
and
it's lava.
it's like that one commercial, that old commercial with littering, and it just cries.
Wait, what did the dragon roll? What did the dragon roll?
18 plus 0.
Oh.
Everybody's saved. That's why Joffrey is really sad.
I'm just screaming.
If nobody's
still.
gonna. Alrighty. You got movement and bonus.
And,
that?
Too bad I can't do a hunger strike like in the time. Like this needs more time to do a hunger strike for
There ain't
this.
tires I can lay in front of.
I'm going to move towards the edge because I'm guessing.
You're about to break.
Yeah, and I'm about to hop and give it all up.
I'm about to break.
He chains himself to the nearest tree.
Alrighty. So
I'm investigating what Carry 2 is doing.
alrighty. So as Joffrey takes off to ponder his choices in life, the Durgan looks down, noticing he's being chopped by a foot. Fucking It's gonna make a fire attack at you in a 30-foot cone. So yeah, I need you to make a dex save.
Just me?
Yeah, just you, Foot.
Just the
Foot
foot.
Foot by the foot.
That is 18 plus 2, 20.
Damn. Yeah, low
Get
and
it.
raging. It does not do much to you. But before that ends, we're gonna have ourselves our first legendary action that I forgot because I had it covered with my intro.
I was wondering.
Yeah. So let's see what we got here.
Nah, 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 nah.
I don't know, chat. Do you think magma erupts? That sounds pretty fun.
Hey,
A tremor
hey.
shakes.
Don't we get?
Oh, he just flies in the
Goodbye.
air again.
I thought our rings gave us.
Nah, 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 nah.
No, my ring made me realize there was muscles in my mouth.
Yeah, those rings
got
are basically
muscles in my
like
mouth.
if this was too hard, stuff was gonna save you, but this seems to be not that hard.
Carrie
Um,
Crew's ring is already gone.
So, as we're gonna have a quick eruption of lava, and anybody within 10 feet of a coast or the shoreline, so to speak, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, which will just be it looks like it's just gonna be Joffrey, Spoderman, Vora, and Cade. Since you're like about 10 feet up on that rock, you're gonna be all right. So that'll be 20 feet away from you. So yeah, just Spoder, Joffrey, and Vora.
You say it was dexterity?
Dexterity saving. Yeah, you get advantage.
I
Do I get
believe so.
advantage? Oh,
No.
someone else gets advantage.
Someone else.
Yeah, like on Dex against effects that I can see if I'm as long as I'm not blinded.
Nope. Yeah,
deafened, or
you'd see it. It's like
incapacitated.
the dragon makes that noise, and it just happened to happen at the same time.
I got a
20.
20. Nice.
Josh, you got
Joffrey, would two? John? 9? Alrighty. Vora, you're able to kind of you just eat it. You know, the magma falls in your mouth and you eat it. You're able to sidestep it and not take the adverse effects of magma. However, for the rest of us that is watching our friends, wow, it's really 6 of them.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
I just want to go on record
I just
and
did-
say
I-
that
I-
the lavas hurt people more than the dragon. Because carry trews don't take no wind damage.
Alrighty. So as the
Lava it hurt Harry Cruz. Harry Truth.
see, it's hard. So as the bubbling and the Joffrey, as you're looking out, just like you're like, man, where could he put that? And this wall of just hot orange lands on you, and it burns you for 22 points of fire damage. Just like, it's like you're looking out this wall of magma.
Wait, isn't that insta-death? No.
Hang on, how much did you say?
22.
22.
Oh, okay. I
You
thought you
know
said
what I'm saying,
42, and I was like, well,
No, 22. That also goes for yourself as well,
Yeah.
John Tapioca.
Well,
Yep.
Cade, you got to get to people some healing.
Joffrey and Tapioca, how we feeling?
I'm out. I'm burnt. I got these.
Just as you're like, where could he put the?
so
Or of Agathis.
I think it's still up. I mean, it is still up, but I don't think it goes away after my temporary hit points disappear. No, it doesn't. So the armor of Agathis is like a spectral frost that kind of like gives me temporary hit points. So it gives me like so you just see like that temporal frost like fighting the magma, and then it eats through it and then starts eating me as I'm trying to like this is burns. It's burns and it's his rock. So I'm like, no, stay, no, bad fire, bad, no.
So you're all right with the 22 points of magma damage?
Barely alive, but I had 25 plus 10 temp hit points. And
Oh, that's
now
right.
I'm
You had
at
the temp
13.
stuff too.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well,
And
after that
plus
layer,
what he gave me. So.
yeah, I was gonna say everybody's been buffed pretty good. After that layer action, we're gonna go to foot, and then almost carry
got you.
trues.
Okay.
Carry trues.
After I watch my friends crispify, are they friends? No, they're not orc. I orc.
They not orc, I orc.
That's a 19 to hit.
Nice.
That does hit, but it's going to use one of its legendary actions to actually it closes its scales more, and where you're about to get that wedge in, it just closes them more, and you're like a mail slot, just nope. It's going to use a legendary action to pass.
I use a legendary action to succeed.
Fuck. Well, then it opens up, and you're like, excuse me.
I'm just imagining the dragon like flexing, like, oh, no, you can't. Oh, really? I haven't had our time. Huh?
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, carry this, brother. He flexed at me like you flexed
And
at
then
me.
I just turned you in.
Alrighty, what else do we got? Bonus
that's
for movement? Alrighty, after foot, we got carry trues, followed by
Alright,
Decker.
I move right over to the glint, and I grab it.
Alrighty, as you pick it up, why don't you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Damn it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, natural 20!
Natural 20.
Hey.
As you pick it up, in your mind, you hear the announcer, yes, you are my chosen. Hello. And you don't feel like the impregnating spike of his influence in your mind. You're just like, fuck yeah, and kind of like tossing around like a football.
What is it?
The gem that you have, it looks similar to the Arcane stone, but more of like a dish size rather than like a oblong. But yeah, it glows. Almost has like a nebula inside it. I throw it in the magma. Fuck y'all.
Is he gonna catapult his way back home?
Yes.
This is what I'm gonna try to do. I got this thing, and I hear him trying to talk to me, and I go, carry truce! And I'm gonna try to make the dragon eat this thing that I just grabbed.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
And
The deck save.
deck save. Otherwise, I'm over here.
Into the wall!
This is like a much better version of throwing
It's,
popcorn to your friend across the room.
It's got no dex. It's a 6.
Yeah!
It's just being fucking chopped and chopped. It's just all of a sudden.
So it takes 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god. Okay,
I'm-
yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
I'd be so mad if fucking carried Jim Bam Boom
You mean
Old Spice
impressed?
kill.
That's a
No.
3.
I'm upset.
Don't worry, I'm
total?
gonna insult it, and then
Okay,
it
9.
dies.
And then a 1. So 10.
10 damage.
10 damage. Alrighty. Yeah. So as you just
Can I?
absolutely. Yeah. Are you trying to grab it?
I was just
Are you
trying to
just, like-
shove it down his throat. I was gonna whole fist this thing and then let it go. If I could. That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, you should try to hit it with it and then fall and let
I
it
was
go.
trying to shove the stone in its mouth.
Oh. So yeah, as you do that, you actually like snap one of its teeth off, still holding on to the gem, and so you're aiming for its head, right? Its head's like 15 feet in the air.
Yeah.
So with that fall, you will take 1d6, which is 4 for once, not just 1, just with the fall damage. But yeah, knocking out one of its major
Well, I
teeth
gotta
is
make a
just
con
like
save.
so far.
Nope.
You're still big? Oh.
I'm back to
Carry truth.
yeah, I'm back to carry truth.
Alrighty.
And I look
Decker.
around. Oh no, my minute's up.
My minute's up.
Oh,
That's a long minute.
alrighty. Well, I'm gonna be action bonus act. Or I heard Rogue can dash, but I think that's at a higher level. They can dash as a bonus action.
I think it's like 2 or 3, isn't it?
I think I'm at fifth level for bonus
yeah.
action dash.
Yeah, it's something higher because I don't think I can do it.
I think rogues get that. At
Wait,
5th.
no, cunning action. You can
Yeah,
now
should be your
take a
cunning
bonus
action.
action. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Oh, is this?
Yeah,
a,
I was
yeah.
gonna say, it's like early on.
Bonus
Yeah.
action. Bonus action. I'm gonna run to him, dash, and then.
Okay.
Let me move. I need this.
It is 10 feet down from that rock. Unless you want to do a sweet flip and get a high DC, maybe we'll
I'll do a cool backflip off the rock.
do a sweet backflip. Alright, yeah, go ahead and roll that. Go ahead and roll athletics or acrobatics for me. whatever you want.
Acrobatics. So that's not horrible. 21.
Okay, right on. Yeah, sweet backflip down, and
then bonus action sprint.
We'll say that it costs the 10 feet of movement, but I won't roll any damage against you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So 10 feet down.
Oh, it's 10. Okay.
So 10 feet down, and then whatever your max is from here out.
Which would be 40.
Cool.
30, 40. So right there perfectly.
Nice.
And damn it, I already used my bonus action, so I have to get action. I have to feed him one of the health potions I got.
All right, yeah. So yeah, you force feed him that health potion. I'm gonna take
Which
the skull
is-
and crossbones off. 2d4 plus 4.
2d4.
Or no.
plus 4.
Is normal is 44 plus 4, right? Yeah, 44 plus 4 for the normal. That's right. I forgot. I said.
Alrighty. You get
Just cross them out.
4, 1, 4, 2. So 6,
Alrighty.
11
Plus
points.
So yeah,
11
plus 4. So 15
Coming back-
points of healing.
coming back to consciousness with 15 points of Healy's as he dumps this dark liquor into your mouth. We're gonna hop over to John Tapioca Nick, followed by Vora.
I would have been able to do so
Alright.
much more.
So, what I will do
You saved
is I
somebody's
will
life.
take notes of the being that just flung himself and hit the dragon. And then I'm going to investigate these bones over here, taking notes as I am examining them. So I take my action to investigate.
Hey, go ahead and give me an investigation check for me, please. As you're looking over these bones.
Not great. 12.
12, yeah, kicking them around. I mean, they're pretty brittle. I mean, like you're almost too afraid to start like moving stuff around for it to fall apart. But it looks to be like the skeleton, just a large unknown creature without any skulls in there. Nothing of value or any weapons or any loot, unfortunately.
And then what I will do is move
I inherit my own
here.
life.
So that's why I am. Is this 10 feet away from the lava? High key.
Not really. It's like exactly 10 feet.
There, as far away from the lava as possible. Not,
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
There we go.
That's fine.
Yep, there you go.
Perfect.
Alrighty, after John, we got Vora, followed by Joffrey.
Okay, so I'm like right behind this thing, and I would have probably, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I probably would have seen Carrie Trues try to fling himself into like the mouth of this thing. Right?
I mean, there's a lot going on. And, yeah, I will say you probably saw, at least like heard like a ka-chunk and then the recoil from the dragon and
Or it's
then
like-
Carrie Trues fall in front.
Okay.
The gem is pretty obvious now that it's unburied. You can tell that Carrie Trues has that gem. Or a gem of some sort.
Would either way, from behind, I would like to try to climb on top of the dragon.
Yes.
If that means like kind of jumping on the tail and running up, whatever check I need to do for that, and if whatever like part of my turn that takes, you let me know.
Yeah, as it's preoccupied with Carrie Trues, and you're gonna hop up on top of its tail with 5 feet of movement at its thickest part. And how far do you want to climb?
Like in its back, like between its wings.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and as you're climbing up, make an athletics check as it's swinging and you're trying to hold on to parts of its spine and different parts to grab onto because it is writhing in pain and getting pretty antsy. So it's like a bucking bronco.
18.
18? Yeah, sure enough, you're holding on to one. You get to where you need to, planting your feet on one and holding on to another one. Yeah, you seem to have a pretty good solid lock on this thing.
Okay, was that like how much of my turn did that take up? Was that my movement or?
That would take probably your full 30 feet of movement to climb up, and I'll say just the main action to be able to climb and like actually hold on to the spikes of that dragon. Because like I said, it's moving a lot, so you're like almost like
Then that will be my turn.
Alrighty, after Vora, we got Joffrey, followed by Durgan.
Deckard, he healed me for 15.
15.
Okay.
Indeed.
All right, so I put my hand on his shoulder and then pull it back because everything burns, and I no longer have any hair, I don't think. And
It's like Nicolas Cage from Kick-Ass. What's up, brother? Let's check him out.
oh, and so I get up and I guess I just accept the fate and try to keep these guys killing this dragon. I will buff both. Well, let's see. Vora's in the air, so I don't know if I can reach, but I guess if I get close enough.
Yeah, she's obscured by or obstructed by his body too.
And can I see who's hurting right now? Or is that additional action?
I mean, you can tell that Carrie Shoes just fell, but as far as trying to ascertain as to who's wounded the most in the heat of the moment.
Well, I think he's going to need it, so I'm going to buff him then and Foot. Both of you guys are going to get the D4 bond. Again, that's the last I can use it. And as a bonus action, I will again cast Shield of Faith on myself. Because
Nice.
it cools my burns, but it doesn't.
It cools my burns. Aloe of the gods. Alrighty, after
That's it.
Joffrey, we got Durgan. Durgan's gonna look at Joffrey.
What?
No, sorry. What else can this thing do? Oh yeah, bite. I forgot it's got bite and claws. So Durgan's gonna look down at. Well, first it's actually gonna fly. It's gonna fly. What does it want to do? So at first, okay, first
he
what it's
knows
gonna.
what he wants to do on his turn when it comes around.
Yeah. It's gonna what it's gonna do, it's gonna make a, since you just punch its tooth out, I just said there's a lot of things going on with this. It's just like since you punch its tooth out, it's gonna make a multi-attack at you. It's just
Someone
gonna
can
like
fix that.
it is going to it is gonna claw at you twice.
I mean, you do have the highest AC, so
That is a 16,
Hits.
a 29.
Yeah.
So you will take
Hey.
5, 8. You were gonna take 13 points of piercing damage. This thing is just like my teeth, or my defining characteristic. As it chops down at you, and then it is going to fly 25 feet straight up in the air as it like claws down, and then just like woof, as it takes Vora. Yeah, it was on the ground, so you guys are gonna get 2 opportunities of attack on it.
Can I punch it?
Yeah, why not?
One
Punch
Punch Man.
Yeah, why not? Punch a
The
dragon.
dragon.
Hey. Okay.
What's your unarmed attack is a D4.
It's actually not even a D4. Well, to hit, it was 23, and it takes
Definitely.
3 damage.
Dang.
It's just my straight
Definitely
punch.
hits. Just like again with the feet. What we got?
I rolled a 22 to hit,
That definitely hits.
and 11 plus 2 is, or sorry, 11 plus 3 is 14 plus 2 is 16.
Holy cow. Yeah, as this thing goes up, it's actually going to fly its full 40 feet up. It's going to fly 40 feet up in the air. As this thing looks like it's starting to feel a lot of pain, mainly in the feet region, apparently. So Dragon is going to end its turn, but it is the layer action is going to happen again. And as the magma starts to bubble up again, Deckard actually yells at the characters and just like But yeah, did you make a dexterity saving throw for me? I don't believe anybody else is 10 feet up.
Oh.
Carrie Trues. Carrie
I
Trues,
get
if
to
you could please
reroll
make a
once.
dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
And-
Okay. 21.
Nice.
21. Nice.
20.
21.
Well, a 19.
I rolled a
Dang,
13
so,
plus
yeah.
7.
So as Carrie Trues is, you're on the ground, you punch that feet, you just hear the bubbling, and you know what's up. You just start like barrel rolling out of the way, and then like you barrel roll back real quick as it like lands, and then
And then
just
I
goes back into
punch
the
the
river.
magma.
Punch
like-
holes where my body is.
Just imagining him, is like saying to himself, "Stop, drop and roll, stop, drop and roll," and then he's like rolling on the ground away from it, and then back.
Worked, didn't it?
Alrighty, so after that layer action, it's gonna go to Foot, followed by Carrie Trues.
And he's like 1,000 feet in the air now.
He's a full 40, yeah. And I don't think he grabbed your javelin, it's still stuck in his toes.
Yeah. No, I have 3 more.
Oh. Oh, anyway.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that to keep my rage going.
Alright, so it is 43. Go ahead and roll for attack. As if you didn't already know.
That's 20 to hit.
Jesus, yep, that hits. So just
Hit 'em.
fucking
And that's 4 damage.
4. Oof. Again. You know what? Let's hit him in the belly this time. His feet. Take a break. It's just like all of a sudden it's right under the gut, and the angle that it is, it just gets right under the slot of that armor, and just no. Just trying to fly away. Yeah. You got movement and bonus if you want to move or do any bonuses.
I bonus give him the bird.
He looks down. He's just like, oh, that's just rude. So now we got Carrie Trues followed by Decker.
Alright. I'm gonna dash, but I'm gonna try to get here.
Alrighty, it is about 10 feet. So let's make an athletics or acrobatics, whatever you want. It's like you're running and
I'll take the
It's
plus
like-
4. I'll take the
Sorry.
plus 4 on athletics.
That's how you run.
you just fucking.
He's always flexing.
14.
Is that with the plus 4 or without the plus 4?
That's with.
Yeah, as you jump that 10 feet, you land right on the edge, and you're like, whoa, as it starts to like come up behind you, and then you just go Carrie Trues. Take one more step forward.
I go like this and I punch the air.
Punch the air so you go forward more. Yeah, there you go. No problem. Yeah, you're able to make it across.
Do I notice anything beguiling?
Where are you? I don't even see your
Far
token
left.
anymore.
Far left.
What? Oh, you're underneath. Oh, sorry. Yeah, never mind. I couldn't see on the map for a second. Anything beguiling? No, you notice stalagmites and you see another shiny ruin on the ground.
Can I grab it?
It's like imprinted into the ground. It's like
Oh,
ruins.
you mean
like
the yellow thing? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Alright, I'm just gonna ask this. Is it because I didn't use an action to investigate, or is there just nothing here?
There's nothing here. It's
Alright, well
stalagmites and a teleporter.
40. I step. Alright, wait. Can I go through here, or do I gotta step here?
That works. Whatever it's touching. You don't have to do that
So
extra
right
5
there,
feet.
I'm
And
assuming.
then yep. And then as
Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I say, as you pop up there, as you land over here, all of a sudden you just hear.
God damn it!
As a gerbil just like pops up as it was just kind of like laying on the ground, like minding its own business.
All I have is
yeah.
a bonus action. Is there any way I can try to intimidate it to leave me the fuck alone?
Yeah, let's do this.
Very cruise.
These are like appropriately placed goblins for 3rd level players, so we'll see what happens.
Well, I look at it
Well,
and I go,
what-
I'm goddamn Carrie Trues.
Alrighty, go ahead and make an Go ahead and make an intimidation check. Let's see.
I'm proficient and have a plus 5.
Does Gary?
I rolled a 16, 21.
16. This thing just goes, oh, and he jumps into the lava. He's just not. He just doesn't want. He doesn't want. He's just like. The goblin's just like, I've heard of you.
And then,
What's the reaction in the stadium to that?
Yeah, it cuts back to.
Fuck!
Yeah, there's an enormous eruption, and then the announcer's just like, "That's the way we do it." Like his elegance is just gone. He's just like has big gulps now. Just.
That's where I go.
Is there
Alrighty.
Old Spice commercials on the big screen?
And there, you see. As you recall, you see like a banner, like there's like for Bud Fright. It says, "Don't be Bud free." It says, "Be or don't be fright free, be frightful." But after Terry Crews, I did it. I almost made it the whole way.
Almost got it. You're so
After-
close.
Thanks for joining us on our stream. You can see us next week at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. Deckard, we got you coming up after that, John.
Oh, alrighty. So, I'm gonna try to jump to this, or I'm gonna jump over this, so it's about a 10-foot jump.
That's a
and then-
15-foot jump. I see the numbers.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. I'll one up you. I'll one up you. There.
Yeah, that's about.
That's 10 foot. I can do 15. Fuck it, parkour.
Yeah, that little gap is less than 5 feet. So if you go down that diagonal and then go over, you can make it without doing the check. But if you're
Okay,
gonna
cool.
just jump 15 feet from a stand,
Who's
just
standing?
yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get against that rock, and I was wondering, could I bonus action hide?
Yeah, you can bonus action hide. As your wizard
Alrighty.
prerogative with a rogue. Dude, it is so hot in this room. It's because of the magma.
Stealth check. That's a
Yeah.
+7, so 18.
Ugh.
Oh no.
You-
Perception's
you
a 22.
You-
Okay.
You feel. Oops, you feel hidden.
Awesome. So then, little crossbow. Yeah, and just shoot it. With sneak attack.
Alright, yeah, go ahead and go ahead and roll for an attack.
16.
16 definitely hits. You
Oh.
do not get sneak damage though, because it sees you.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, its passive perception's 18.
Oh, that's so dumb. Okay. D8. You all. 7 plus gets 10 points of piercing damage.
So as this thing is flying 40 feet
I have not
in the
done these.
air, as this thing's flying 40 feet in the air, and you duck down with your one arm, you take a bolt, your teeth, you pull it back with your teeth, and just put it in your hand, and it, pew, just hits it like right underneath the mouth, into the gums, as its last flap just goes limp. And how do you want to do it? As Vora holding onto the spikes of this, just like, oh, as it starts to fly and plummet down. Vora, I want you to make a strength saving throw. Or if you have an idea of what you want to do as Cade, if you want to describe further how
As
you
it
kill
goes
this.
up, and you just see like it goes through the mouth, and you just see like a little point at the top of just like the arrow. It's like a little like cowlick at the top of an arrow, and then you hear me screaming out in my little halfling voice. So it's more of like a mumble. They call me the one-arm assassin for something, and then I go back and cock I grab another arrow out of this
Have
little
you
quiver I have in the front, and yeah, I'm ready again.
As the lifeless body of the dragon slowly falls down, Vora, I will either give you a strength save to hold on to this thing, but it is slightly tumbling. So if you have any idea how to get off of this thing or to save yourself, because you will receive 4d6 of bludgeoning damage as you fall with this thing.
So
46.
what I'm thinking, and if this
4d6.
works, I'm gonna like as it's falling, I want to actually like take my glaive and like dig it into it and kind of like slide down while simultaneously slicing this thing. And then like when I'm
It's
like,
not made of butter. It still has its armor skin. It's dead now.
Very sharp blade, very sharp.
You can stab it into it for
I
sure.
would stab
Hold
it
on
into
to it.
and then like kind of hold on until I get about like 10 feet off the ground, and then I would try to kind of pull out and dip.
pull out at the last second. All right. So as this thing's
Yeah.
as this
Gonna say, how's your pullout game?
Yeah. As this. Okay. So first of all, we're gonna do a couple checks with this one. We're gonna do a couple checks with this one. Foot, you are also going to either need to make. We'll get there. So as this dragon is falling, I want you to first make a strength save to hold on to it. You can stab the javelin, no problem, because you're up there and you can get a good one as it like kind of like stops and it's almost like suspended for a second before it falls. I'm making a strength save for me as you're holding on to this javelin as it's slowly tilting belly down.
That's a natural 20.
Oh my goodness! So the gas is already coming out because it's already post-mortem. And you're holding on to this javelin as it slowly starts to fall. I want you to make a performance check to see if you can time out when 10 feet's about.
I knew you weren't going to give me strength again.
It's about 10 feet, it's about 10 feet, it's about 10 feet. Ah!
Oh, fuck, it's gonna crush me!
Yeah.
18.
Jesus
Yeah, no.
Christ.
All right. I say at the last moment, like an elevator, you're able to jump. It's still kind of like back onto its body, but you know what? Yeah, you get 3 bludgeoning damage. Like you land on your feet, like just flat-footed, and you feel like a sharp shooting of pain through your ankles. But with that, you've defeated the dragon. You've defeated my dragon.
One
Alrighty.
shot,
You.
one kill.
Fuck those bucks.
Alrighty. So after yeah, so Carrie Trues, you have the gem. Vora, you saw him with something shiny.
Oh, is that like the gem?
It goes back to the announcer. He
God.
has the gem.
Do I
Well, all
notice?
right. Here's the thing. When you originally said, you said it looks good, but, and I was like, oh, okay. I was.
No, I meant like it looks like the Arcane stone, but it's a different shape.
Oh, all right. Yep.
Yeah, no, that's the gem. That's the thing
Awesome.
you need.
Awesome. I looked over at the stalactites for the gem. Carrie
If I-
Trues is just not tracking.
Yeah.
Very Chris.
And
Carrie
if you
Trues
want to
is
switch
not
the overlay back to because we are
If I noticed
Yeah.
that Carrie had this the entire
What?
time,
I'm gonna go get that from Carrie Trues.
we didn't have to kill anything.
How do we leave? Like, did the announcer tell us how to leave?
Well, actually, we should probably stay in roll 20 if we're all gonna chase. But you would know that this portal that you like landed on, it looks exactly the same from the one that like got you here in the first place.
The blue one?
The one that you guys started out at, and
Okay,
what you guys
first
dropped
of all,
into.
you can't just run all the way over to me because I'm gonna barrel myself across the stage.
Barrel!
Because I will dash my ass to catch you. So let's do that.
I don't
here.
move. I let them chase at me.
Okay. I'm going to go into the green portal next to me, which should put me next to the exit, near
Yeah.
to the exit portal, right?
Yeah,
So
so
that's
portal back over to the green exit.
yeah.
or the
So I'm
green
just like,
portal.
interesting combat. That was fascinating. And I'm gonna be like standing at the footsteps, kind of watching them and seeing what the other people are doing.
I do call out while I'm standing there. Carrie Trues has the gem. Everyone come see. Everyone come see.
All right, so just to get this moving, are you gonna cannonball over to the blue porter?
I'm waiting till everybody charges at me.
All right, so do you guys all charge at him? So we're actually gonna hop out. We're gonna hop out of roll 20 just so we can get this ball moving. We gonna hop out of roll 20 and exit the combat. So if you guys all see Carrie Trues with the gem, the 50-yard line, and he holds it up. Carrie Trues has the gem. As John, you end up smashing back through that portal, getting closer to the door. And everybody that wants to start bum rushing Carrie Trues. So like, what does everybody want to do? So I know John had teleported. Vora wanted to bum rush. Decker, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna do, because I'm a rogue, I can move 75 feet. Action, bonus action, dash. I'm going towards the main portal over here.
All right. So as you run into the main portal, you can actually pretty much get there with the next. So you're running towards the main portal.
Yeah.
Or Joffrey? What are you doing?
I'm just standing in the center with my hands upturned, wondering what the fuck just happened? And yeah.
So, Carrie
I'm
Trues,
the best assassin alive.
or Foot, what are you doing? As that dragon just fell right by you, nearly missing you, nearly hitting you rather.
I'm standing next to the dragon with my hands downturned, wondering why I'm not an orc.
So Carrie Trues with the gem, Vora sprinting towards, but
Do I
really
know that when I touch this portal, I'm gonna whip, or do I need to like stand on it and wait? I'm
We'll
just
find
wondering
out.
if I could.
Let's find out together.
All right, well then I move
Oh,
closer so my
no.
full movement can get there, and then I carry Trues through the portal.
Carrie Trues, bam! So as you go, as you're just like flying, fucking, just, and I found a way to steal the sun from the sky. And like as the gem gets closer to the portal, you start to see it like flicker and start to like as you get closer, yum 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 yum, and just like you fly through the portal. Then it smash cuts back to the Coliseum where the portal to steal the sun from the sky. Fly out of the portal, just like where, like off like the wall onto the sand.
You just see Decker already through it.
As the announcer, ladies and gentlemen, we have retrieved the beautiful gemstone of the gods. We are deemed worthy for another 1,000 years of life. Just the crowd erupts with laughter and cheers and the announcer that looks at the blue orb and says, "Tune in next week to the Arcane Archives at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch.tv/Arcane Archives." But we are gonna end it there. Thank you guys for sticking around. I know it's a late one. We just threw this together real quick because we're missing Charms. And next week it is gonna be a pretty big episode because we're hot on the tail of this political conundrum, trying to find out the missing people in this puzzle piece, and we are arriving at the city of Freyas. So a lot of fun things are gonna happen. So yeah, we'll be here at the same time next week. I wasn't in chat. I'm not sure if anybody followers, subscribe and stuff. So if there's anybody any other announcements, then we'll get the.
No, that's pretty much it.
I think I forgot to mention the YouTube earlier, but.
Oh yeah, we do have the YouTube. This will be up next Tuesday. So if you want to watch, have a good laugh again with us, just being silly with the one shot and characters we don't care about. Well, not enough to not worry about Carrie Trues through 2 portals.
Someday, Jack.
Someday. Oh, the merch.
This will be our one-shot characters that we like when we're like Arcane like Alar serious, John not serious.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? John was more in depth than Alar. Just kidding.
But
Dude,
we're in trouble now, aren't we?
You know how much we would all hate Nick's character if that was the main character we had to deal with every Friday. Oh my god!
I think you guys already hate Alar, but this potential. I mean, he's neutral evil. Like
I could tell.
But all right, we're gonna wrap this thing to a close. Josh, thanks for last minute joining us with the craziness. I love obviously when you hop in to do these random one-shot stories. But with that, thanks everybody that stuck around. Make sure to follow our socials so you get to see some fun content and get some updates on what's going on. But with that, have a good night, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next Friday for the next installment of the Fabian chapters of the Arcane Archives.
See you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.